Well, that should do it. If you don't need anything else, away with you, amigo. Well, okay. And then I heard something my ears could not believe. We'd actually discovered the legendary treasure of the pirate King Cortez. And it was ours. All ours. The power. My god, the power. Oh, crap. Ugh, really? Fine. Get out of my party. Whoa, that was like an earthquake in there. You alright? Oh, you beat Cortez? Wow, you're really something. Now that you've got some free time, why don't you get us out of here? All that shaking caused this wall to crack a bit. I feel a breeze. The breeze of freedom. And then, like, you know, the national anthem of the United States starts playing or something. I think that's how it's supposed to work, right? If we could break down this wall, I think we could escape. I guess that's not much help. That's a breeze. How are we going to bust through solid rock, though? How ever could we do that? If only Hazardous had some ideas. Run! Run! Lots of running! God, these guys have got a smell. I mean, they're all patched and dirty. Good morning, Shadow Machine. Well, we did it. We saved the universe. Sure is bright today. In case I don't say it enough, thanks for saving us. I love this salty air. I need to report back to Rogueport where my brother's waiting. I'm just glad my little dame is safe and sound. I didn't know what to do stranded in that cave. The whole thing was rather exciting. Ooh la la. Ahoy, Mario! Welcome back to you, my stalwart captain. Ignore the Nintendo Switch in my hands. Have you found the treasure? How was our little expedition faring, How's it look? What? The spirit of Cortez was guarding the treasure? And you beat him, but you left the treasure there? What were you thinking? Were you trying to be nice? Ah, well, that's what I like about you, I guess. Could it be? Brother? Oh yeah, there's a whole subplot about one of the Toads coming on this expedition just to find his brother. Sorry. I came looking for you, brother. All this way I came looking. But Ghost attacked, and then our boat sank. Your boat sank too? So you're all stranded here as well? ... Well, we're free, but stranded. So I guess that's something? Hold on, huh? What was that? It was Zalok's ship. Damn it, Zalok, what did I tell you about trying to attack us? A much better looking ship. Pardon me, guys. I mean, so sorry to surprise you. No, wait, no need for that fake politeness anymore. Good job getting the crystal star. Oh yeah, seriously. Good job getting it for me. Boy, now, ain't that good old Four Eyes? It is Four Eyes. What's he doing over there? Hey, Four Eyes. It's dangerous up there. Ugh, what's with this lukewarm reception, huh? Dramatic entrance here. Oh, whatever. I'll spell it out for you idiots. You may have known me as Four Eyes, but I'm actually the great Lord Crump. Lore shock. I was the mastermind in the shadows running this voyage. Oh, it hurts to be this good. Hi, Takota. Hello, Quanta. Now, Mario, enough of this. I'm on a schedule here. No, you're not. You know, he's standing on a cannon that's firing. Look, we're sailors. We're not much for good for anything without a ship to sail, Bragwin. I mean, hi, Bragwin. I have it. I am a genius. We have a ship at hand, and a fine one, I must say. Mario, take me to Cortez. Yes, my brain remembered what you said. You said Cortez had a ship. If the legend is true, we should be unstoppable in the cursed ship. So this will be the second time, in about the same period of history, where a more advanced modern ship goes up against an older cursed ship. And the cursed ship is going to win. When did Pirates 3 come out, anyways? It had to have been after this game. Yeah. No, it literally had to be after, because I saw Pirates 2 with Catherine, but I was playing this game with someone else. I just really shouldn't name people out loud like that. Anyways, point being, definitely some time gap there. 2007, there we go. Ooh, oh, what is it? You again? Did you forget something? Cortez, I have to speak to you. Could you lend me your ship? What? What would possess me to lend you my ship? And who are you, anyway? My name is Flavio. We are in big trouble and could really use your ship. We must protect our crew from bad pirates that are blasting us to bits. So we just need to borrow your ship for a teensiest little while. What are you talking about, muchacho? I do not rent this ship for pleasure cruises. And even if I would lend it to you, this ship is magical. It cannot move now. The key to powering the ship is the mystical skull gem. The skull gem? You mean this? You have the skull gem. Yes, I do. So, alright, what do you say to this proposition, then? Take the gem handed down through generations of my family, and lend us your ship. I think that is a pretty fair deal, do you not think, Cortez, old friend? Old friend? Your ancestors stole that gem from me, you strutting peacock. You must be very brave or very, very foolish to ask such a thing of me. I should turn you into a piñata and throw a party on the beach. Wait just a moment. Do not make me have Mario trounce you again. While he fights you, I will throw the stone into the sea where you will never find it. How would that be? You rattle my bones, Senor Peacock. Very well. I accept your bargain, amigo. I'll be very careful with that gem. Check and mate, Flavio. I did not make my fortune by failing in negotiation, no. You can talk your way through any deal, I say. Now you take this. Now my precious black skull. It's actually called the Black Skull. We'll sail the seas again. I was getting quite annoyed by the sound of cannons outside anyway. I can really stretch my bones and wreak havoc on the seas like the old days. So we just unleashed an eldritch horror. How often do we do that when we're playing in every RPG ever? Like, that's just such a common PC thing. Okay, we need help. Let's go unleash Cthulhu. Hey, we're coming too. Let's take them. Come on, all for one, guys. I ain't letting Flavio Fancy Pants hog the glory. Come on, Captain Stash. It's been a millennium since I gazed out on the sea. Come to the open waters. I mean, when you have hundreds of ghosts, you have your own wind, you know what I mean? I got ammo for spare. How's that for a boom bust a boom? You fire cannons here without my permission? You have nerve, mortal. Sure. Damn it, Zaloke. Alright, hang on. Let me go find his bones and some holy water. So then we devolve into a melee. I told you there's another boss fight. This boss fight can suck. This is basically the same general concept as the general guy fight from the previous game. So, ads. Which come in a variety of flavors. And boss. Personally, I think this fight is much easier than Cortez, though. Fine, I'll tattle on Four Eyes here. That's Lord Crump. Not this guy again. Ugh. Max HP, blah, 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 blah. He just attacks normally, so don't worry about it. The X-Dots, those are a force to be reckoned with. They force you to yawn while you're reading out loud. Which is one of the worst fates imaginable. You're not gonna get off that easily, losers. Let's see how you like this. Hi. That's an interesting form of attack. Just for you, Zalote. That's an X-Naut platoon. Crump commands them all. Where'd they come from? The max HP depends on their condition, but attack is 5 and defense is 0. They're going to come at us with coordinated group maneuvers, I'm sure. But they're pretty wimpy, so we should be able to handle it, don't you think? Oh yeah, we got this. Really? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Goodbye. Really? There we go. We're good. Sorry. I was pretty sure I could do the amount of damage I needed to plus 1, but that required me to hit all the buttons correctly, so... Listen, Zalote. You clearly have never been a platoon commander before. Now, as you might imagine, and you've probably kind of started to see, we're pretty much at the point where we need to be pushing our HP again. So the next level up, and don't let me forget, I need to push my HP finally with the next level up. Because we're going to need it for the next chapter. We won't really need it for this chapter, but it's better to have it in place. it again, Lord Crump. You sicken me. Look, I'm sorry. Seriously, we thought we had the guy cornered, but stop talking, Lord Crump. You just stand by until my next order. And Lord Crump, think of this as your last chance. Understand? Roger that. Then leave. Hey, you there! I'm sorry, Hazardous. What is it, sir? Tell the Shadow Sirens to attack Mario again, and tell them not to fail this time! You got it, sir. I have 1 crystal star in my hands, and Mario has 5. I must take some measures. Meanwhile... Tech called me in here again. Ugh. I mean, I usually consider Cortez the boss mainly because he's actually a boss fight. And he's clearly the thematic boss of the Pirate Island chapter, whereas Crump is just the recurring mini-boss. That being said, I know Crump actually was the boss of Chapter 2, and will be the boss of Chapter 7. But... yeah, mostly from both a thematic and a gameplay side, I lean more towards Cortez on that one. Tech? Is that noise you? What's wrong? I must request you do something a bit more dangerous this time. Dangerous? I would like you to sneak into Sir Grodus' room and look for a data disk. A data disk? Why would you need that? Although I can view all data on the network, I am unable to access the data of computers not linked to the network. Oh my god, Paper Mario 2 understands networks better than every Hollywood movie ever. Sir Grodus has information even I am unable to view. But I must know it. I must know that information. But how will I get in there? Will I be disguised again? No, not this time. No one other than Sir Grodus can enter his room. When Sir Grodus is elsewhere, there are guards outside the room that permit no entry. But there is a way. You will be fine if you act according to my instructions. I must tell you, I do not want to make you do such a dangerous thing. But now I have no one to ask but you. Anyways, hi Joven. I hope your lunch break is going well. And if it's not, what the hell, man? And all of a sudden, I'm just craving tamales. I kind of had a threadbare breakfast because, well, I was cooking my tarin dish last night, and I was trying it this morning, and it turned out absolutely terrible, so I'm going to have to start over on that one. Like, not even edible, kind of terrible. Ugh. Anyways, leave the room as you take the elevator up, as you did earlier. Okay, let's go. This is probably the most involved Peach section, and, amusingly enough, is also the one that I've heard most people get frustrated at. Yeah, I had to throw it out, Brig, when I was not happy about that at all. Alright. Okay, this way. Got it. Fun fact, this is actually the Chapter 7 dungeon we're going through here. These rooms are all equivalent, too. Now we must concoct up a potion that will make you transparent. You'll enter Sir Grodus' room by becoming completely invisible. Yeah, I'm gonna just look this one up really quick. No. Let's do it by the game. Let's do it by the game. Cooking minigame. Okay, so red does not go in far right. Blue potion goes next to red. 2 potions between green potion and red potion. So like red could be here. Orange potion between blue and green. Okay, so hang on. So red goes there. orange, blue, green. So it would be red, orange, green. Wait, hang on, that's not right. So this one's green. Or excuse me, god damn it. This one's red. Okay, let's just do that. I'm gonna laugh if I'm wrong. Also, ouch, Javan. I'm guessing you don't like this game. That doesn't make sense, because that would mean... Oh! Yep, no, hang on. Sorry. This is green, there we go. Alright. Yep. So then blue. I'm telling you, Junior Shar, it's a thing. And orange. Ah! I guess, Javan? I mean, I suppose I'm a little biased since, you know, I have given out how many, what, 14 gameplay pluses to this game so far? But, you know, shrug. That would be cool, Hazardous, but no. Alas. So let's see if I had to screw that up. No, we're good. So, yeah, this is why she has to get nude here, because, you know, she's invisible. So she needs to... I love how you can see her earrings. Poor Peach. This is kind of a complicated plan, huh? I suppose. Okay, that was creepy. Why'd the doors even open, even though there's no one here? Actually, funny fact, originally there wasn't going to be a shadow under Peach. Then they realized that would mean the player would have no idea where they are. So that shadow is a gameplay conceit, not a story element. No, Dakota. It's not even an option. It doesn't even pop up. Of course, Grodus is the one who has the really nice room. Plush carpet. You know, tanks full of mecha sharks. We found the data disk. Get it? You know, it's a shame you're leaving, John, but I'd love to know what you don't like about this game. Like, gameplay-wise, obviously. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Unless you're going to say the backtracking, in which case, way ahead of you. I've actually given out a total of 3 negatives for the backtracking in this game. No joke. Well, I'm glad. Now I will teach you to become visible. Just drink the green potion. Okay, hang on. Let me put my clothes back on first. The green potion. Okay. What a relief. I was worried I'd never become visible again. There was never any danger of that. Now please return. Okay. Hope that guard who was just outside a moment ago isn't there anymore. Ow. By the way, Tech, what was that data? I am still analyzing it. The data is very heavily encrypted. But if my prediction is correct... If it's correct, what? No, I cannot afford any mistakes or assumptions. I will let you know when the analysis is complete. I'll use the communicator. Okay, whatever. Type, 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 type. Super amazing typing speed. Super amazing typing speed. Whoops, that's not supposed to be like that. Hang on. Yeah. There we go. Okay. It's gonna sound like the most pedantic complaint I've ever made, but resting my arm on the armrest while playing a a PS game for long periods of time is starting to hurt my arm. I'd like to think there's like a button she can press to open the door or something. Just something. I don't know. I wonder what Bowser's up to at this point. Ugh, what is this place? Why's the light so weird here? It's spooking me out. The light is odd because this is Twilight Town, my lord. Should be treasure here. Let's put the screws to one of those creepy things and find the crystal star. Sounds good to me, Haggy. Let's get to it. Hello again, Super Saiyan Gengar. Still terrifying. Yeah, let's talk to people. Hang on, excuse me. Oh god, no! Am I gonna be turned into a pig again? I'm dreaming. Yep, just a bad dream. Gonna wake up any second. Wake up! I'm kidding, of course. Even the birds are terrified. As they should be. I love it. Everyone here is just plain terrified. They can barely even talk in the presence of Bowser. Oh man, I'm pretty sure Beldam said she lost her super bomb somewhere around here. This stinks, really. This whole deal is extremely bad, 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 bad. I gotta cowboy up and make a serious comeback here. Hey, Ginger Over's here. Bam! Got it! I am the man! Now we can crush Mario and get the crystal stars in one fell swoop. A hot diggity dog. The look of the moon is still riding shotgun with me. You there, suspicious guy. You know something about the crystal stars, don't you? Somebody there? Hey, what's the big idea, turtle boy? You looking for the crystal stars too? Sweet. This'll help the Crump come back. Now then, let's get to it. You'll be telling me everything you know. And now. Actually, it's you who's gonna spill every bit of info out of your big, ugly head. Yeah, sorry about that. And if you hesitate at all, I'll show you no mercy. Whoa there, big guy. I mean, no, wait, what am I afraid of? You? If you think you can take me, then try it, chubby. All troops, report! I hate that laugh, by the way. Yeah, you like that? Kind of a lot of dudes, huh? You feel like talking yet? Yeah, let me show you how it's done, son. And by the way, your guys are level 2 nobodies. We've got Koopa Trolls, Hammer Brothers, and Magic Koopas. You are screwed! So what's it gonna be, tough guy? Oh, I gotta laugh. This is why I keep one of these around. Sorry, suckers. Super bomb! Incoming! Huh? That was it? That was your big weapon? It didn't even go off! This is how you do it, amateur. Watch and learn! And then Twilight Town was destroyed. The end. For them. They are super duper dead. I call this the ex-wife, so that's why it never works. You have distinguished yourself in battle, amigo. You are worthy in my eyes. You may use this ship, the Black Skull, anytime you like. Many thanks to you. This ship can get us back to Rogueport in no time. Let us away from this coconut pit and back home. Come, everybody. I can't wait to get home. We've been looking forward to this for so long. Turning home alive is all the treasure I need. For real. Now, can we get this boat moving? Well, that is all there is to that, am I not correct? To sea, Captain Mario. Oi, Mario. Oh, sorry.
We are going to stay here. It's been tough at times, but I think we like this place. Yes, I think I can make a fine life here with my sweet Frankie.
Yeah, I give her 3 days. Hey, Mario, give my regards to the boss, will you? Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. It's a right nice place to live without any ghosts, eh? I'm sure all will be just fine. Let's go. Ugh. It's just a giant hole in it, whatever. And thus our adventure came to an exciting end, eh? The ship sailed smoothly onto Rogueport, and soon we saw the harbor off our bow. I did not find treasure, but I am satisfied nonetheless, strange though it sounds. For I found something even more precious than doubloons. Even now I hear the crew readying to dock. The time is ripe to close this journal. To all who wander the seas, Flavio's blessing upon you. Flavio. The greatest character ever. After Dupless. At last we return, slathered in glory, to my hometown, sweet Rogueport. Of course, it is only because of my courageous efforts we return at all, eh? But of course, you all know that and know it well. Yes, yes, Master Flavio. We're out. Peace! What? Hey, you're leaving already? That was harsh. Such is life, Captain Mario. You are anxious to continue on your own adventure also, eh? One day you may surpass the great and fabulous Flavio in greatness and fabulousness. It is not likely, I assure you, but you should, how you say, shoot for the stars, huh? If you ever should reach the pinnacle, remember to shout Flavio to the wind. It reminds me, amigo. If you ever get the urge to return to Keelhaul Key, just say the word, okay? At least until you unlock the pipe shortcut. Yes, yes, you giant skull, your time in the spotlight is done. Get over yourself. Ahem. My adoring fans are gone, so I will excuse myself now as well. If you see me in town, I would permit you to say hello to me. Maybe we met again, yeah? Alright. But first, it's an email from Peach. I don't know where I'm being held, but there's an odd computer called Tech here. I've been able to obtain some of their data. Tech is helping, and I trust Tech, so I'll email you more once I find out. Okay. I suppose. Alright, so I'm going to go and admit something. I love Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is by far my favorite chapter in this game. Like, by a huge margin. Don't mistake me, I enjoy Chapter 5, I enjoy Chapter 4, I enjoy Chapter 3. I like parts of Chapter 7. But 6 is just my game. So, so I'm going to add a couple pluses to the game here. So we're going to do one here. So there's a plus to story, and here's 15 pluses to gameplay. No, I'm kidding. For real, though, I'm actually not adding a plus for Chapter 6 yet. But I am adding a plus for characters, because there's a lot of characters in this game, and a lot of them are memorable, interesting, fun, enjoyable, etc., right? Like I said, I don't think any individual character really justifies a full plus. But, I mean, I think there's quite a few interesting characters. You know, Vivian, Dupless, Bobbery, Flavio. Right? Now, Javan's going to hate me for this, because Javan hates this game and never answered my question either. But yeah, I actually already gave a plus for Luigi, because he's awesome! I got another piece of the marvelous... Wait, I'm not going to do Luigi. I can't do fake Italian. You know, you just start with going beebity-babby, beebity-boobity, and then it just dissolves from there. Bro, I'm telling you, I turned adventuring into an art farm on that little quest. Whew. It was pretty nutty, bro. Do you want to hear what happened? You have no idea how much I want to hear your story, Luigi. As soon as we hit Jazzafras Town, we were overcome by the glitz and the glamour. You did, John? Oh, hang on. Let me scroll up. Maybe I missed it? No? No, I don't see a response, Javan. Unless it's streamlined is your answer, which... So yeah, no, I didn't see a response. To be clear, the question I was asking was I was wondering what you don't like about this game, gameplay-wise. It's a very lively place, bro. Tons of daisies live there. They're always smiling. While looking for the piece of the compass, I met a hip daisy named Hazy. Hazy was a producer, and he was looking for actors to go on stage with him. I told him we couldn't, since we were looking for the compass part, you know. But Hazy said we could win the compass part in the upcoming Drama Slam. He said the so-called Drama Llama plaque might, in fact, be one of the parts. Yeah, that's plaque, I said that right. Might be one of the parts. Well, we just had to give it a try, so we rehearsed with the cast and hit the stage. Our musical was called The Mystery of the Fiery Hat of Social Awareness. The script is great, but I got really hosed, bro. My role, my part, was grass. I played grass by the side of the road. Grass, bro. Grass. I just sprawled out on the ground and had to be silent. Everyone but me had lines. I don't care if I was wearing green. Who cast someone based on that? It was awful. In the end, our musical was the talk of the town, and we won the Drama Slam. I got the compass part I was after, but even that didn't make me very happy. The huge after-party just bummed me out more, so I snuck out the back door. But wow, outside were tons of fans. My fans. Fans of grass. They swarmed me. I just couldn't believe it. Imagine cheering for grass. I was ecstatic, bro. After that, I added the piece to the marvelous compass, which pointed north. It pointed to the rapturous ruins in Grimble Forest, and then the voice again. Oh, my cherished Princess Eclair, how you soothe me. Oh, I would be grass for you. I will find you. I will reach you. I will stand by your side and be your Luigi. Ah, wow. Sorry about that. Anyways, then I got back in my boat. I came back to Rogueport, and here I am, another leg of my adventure completed. That's Luigi's Daisy friend, Hazy. Apparently Hazy is an actor-director. You know Luigi's acting debut, right? The grass thing? I could never play grass. I'd want to play a princess. And a prince would wake me with a kiss. So romantic. I'm Hazy, and I must say, Luigi's a great actor. One of the finest I've seen. After this adventure, we're going on tour to appear on stages everywhere. I'm going to be known as the Red Miracle. And of course, Luigi will be grass. Oh, wrong button. Hmm. Oh, he can play all kinds of grass. He is just that talented, Junior Shire. Eh. You know, Jovan brings up an interesting point. For years, I've heard the word streamlined used as an insult. And I'm not sure why. Like, obviously, there is such a thing as too streamlined. But at the same time, usually, at least in my mind, I think of streamlining as a good thing. Hey, let's take a basic UI design, for example. If I have to click a button to open a window, to open a tab, to pull up a button, to click an item, to select the party, to use the item, I would consider that bad. If I streamline that to give me a shortcut to just go boop and get straight to the thing, I would consider that good. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oops. Gomez, age 40, known for napping in the flowers in the West Park, was found eating flowers and given a stern warning by authorities. Asked for comment, Gomez stated, "I just really love flowers, and I was hanging out, and before I knew it, they were in my mouth. I'm so ashamed." Citizens of Rogueport responded with disbelief and grudging support for the strengthening of the flower conservation efforts. Ah, for the days when that would be the controversies we face. This time we introduced the Twilight shop, watching the husband and wife proprietors of this shop work is a heart-warming sight, but don't get on the hubby's bad side. "Don't you go smiling at my wife," says the jovially jealous shopkeeper. "I'm hers for life, and your fancy big city teeth aren't going to change that." Well, who could doubt their eternal love? Surely not this reporter. We pressed the shopkeep for further comment, but regrets his words were unprintable here. But we did learn that there will be a double point sale for the next 15 minutes. Alright, my little rookies. We're on an intermediate level recipe today. The dish is a healthy salad. Turtle leaf and horsetail. Mix them together and you're done. Great for dieters. That's all for today, but check your mailbox soon for another exciting issue. Gotta save. Oh, what impeccable timing. Yes, this was destined. When I consulted my star charts, I saw a portentous sign for you, Mario. It went thusly. In the house of the dragon that blew through the air beyond the reversible stair, near the empty black chest that helps you, there's a thing that's very important. Hand. Well, let's go frickin' do it then. I've never actually played Persona 2, so I'll take your word on it. Yeah, let's do this first. Unlock the flag. So you notice we're starting to see Bowser's minions down here. That's actually kind of a plot point. So it's designed to slowly increase the encounters and enemies within certain ranges. And the idea is that Bowser is getting closer and closer to figuring out what's going on with the Thousand-Year Door. So, like, as you go through, higher and higher level of his minions will be here instead of the typical, low-level enemies we were fighting before. Just a little gameplay story integration thing. I don't know, I didn't look into it myself, Ginger Overseer, so I can't comment. Great news, my friend. The next crystal star's in Poshley Heights. Wait a sec. You mean where all the rich and famous live? Like the movie stars and stuff? Yes, and I'm fairly sure there's also a shrine to the stars called Poshley Sanctum. No fearsome monsters, no dangerous dungeons. It's just a tourist attraction. So, a little help here. To get to Poshley Heights, we should... Oh, that's the best part. You ride the most famous train of all, the Excess Express, which we've been seeing a few times throughout the game so far. Oh, yeah. Yes, after a luxurious steam engine excursion, the next crystal star will be yours. Getting those crystal stars has been backbreaking work, but this time it'll be a cinch. Totally. See you around, Javin. I thought you had to be, like, rich or famous to get an Excess Express ticket. May be true. Perhaps you should ask Don Piana for the help with this. Oh, no, not that psychopath again. Ugh, whatever, I guess we don't have much choice, huh? Come on, let's go. Now, I will say this chapter is not perfect. Mostly because there's some cut content from it, which, you know, duh. And also because... there's a dungeon in the middle of it, which really has no reason to exist. It's actually a decent dungeon. It's just... it's like all of a sudden, here's a dungeon! Because we need to have a dungeon in these things, you know? Such a shame. Ah, yeah, this is how you... Right. That's how you change who you've powered up in your party. Actually, at this point, we have access to almost everything in the game. You know, with the upgrades and abilities and whatnot. Including, for the first time, easy access to this area. We can actually reach this area earlier. There's just not a lot of reason to. There are still 2 abilities we're missing at this point. Which we will be getting pretty shortly, actually. In fact, the ability we get in this chapter unlocks the ability we get after that. So, then that'll be that. Oh, I guess there wasn't one. This is, however, where the best shop in the game is. Now, I'm putting that in quote-unquotes because you can buy slow shrooms, a regen, gradual syrup, regen, the really big mushrooms, the really big heals, and, of course, gold. Gold's weird. I've heard excuses for why gold exists, but I'm not sure why it... So the point is, you buy a gold bar for 110 gold, and then you can sell a gold bar for 100 gold. The point of gold bars is that it's supposed to be a way to bypass the money cap, which is 999, 3 digits in other words. But I've never, in any case, needed that much cash, you know? So I'm really not sure what the actual point of those is. I swear it was around here somewhere. No, the fungible currency I usually hold on to is the badges, which I just sell whenever I need money. I swear there was one around here. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's go see if we have enough. So, again, we do. So, he has the Power Plus, the Partner Power Plus, Flower Savers, Quick Change, Peekaboo. Pretty much all the same things the last one did back in the previous game. So, we're going to grab that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Don't need ice power anymore, so we can just get rid of that. Like, there will be points in which we could use that in the future, but not anytime soon. Oh my god. There we go. Quick change is extremely useful, yes. I might actually go ahead and equip it, even though... See, the problem with quick change, the big problem with quick change, it costs 7 badge points. One of the most expensive things in the entire game. If you so what quick change lets you do is it lets you swap out a party member and then immediately take action with them, which changes up the tactics of the party members substantially. Let's see. I kind of want to do that. I'll wait on another level. I've got a few more levels I can get. Yeah, you know what? I want to level really quick. Is that okay, guys? So we're going to do a heavy, extensive grinding montage here. It's probably going to take a while. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. Right. Hang on. I have bump attack on, the thing I was using to get rid of trash encounters. Whoops. Of course, now I'm going to fight a frickin' Hammer Brothers, but whatever. So, this is a good time for Q&A stuff, since we're going to be doing some grinding here, and like I said, we have a lot of grinding to do. We need to get at least one more level, and as you know, it's 100 experience, so that's going to be, well, that's 4 experience per guy, so like 8 experience per guy, so probably about 11 or so encounters, something like that. Now, 11 encounters is going to take a while, especially when we're fighting stuff at this level. Especially when they keep adding fog. Fog's just terrible. I actually dislike Rick and Morty. I don't like to say that because I know it's popular and I don't want to come off as somebody who just dislikes it because it's popular, but no, I actively dislike Rick and Morty. And yes, I have seen it. Several of my friends are rather into it. Like, it made me feel legitimately sick watching it. It reminded me of Beavis and Butthead. Okay, so now that we've leveled... Okay, Q&A time's over. HP. Damn, that's right. I need to get an HP up. So I'm sorry, we gotta actually level one more time. So I take it back. Okay, Q&A time is back open. Well, I like the concept, but it's being done by the Rick and Morty team, so I feel like I already gave my thoughts on that. Honestly, it would be nice if it was good, and that's pretty much my thoughts on it in a nutshell, Junior Shire. So as I said, we're back to grinding, so this would be a good time for Q&A. I do like the idea of a Lower Decks show in general, so I'm in favor of that. And I do like the idea of a Star Trek animated show, so I'm in favor of that. And we're leveled, we're done. This is the best cheat, by the way. This is a very low-tier cheat. You know, this is definitely not mega cheats. Just remove the grind. Just get rid of it entirely. So, get that back on. That. And then in one more, I could... Well, no, 2 more. So I need 2 more levels to finish equipping what I have now. I honestly don't think we'll see STO elements in Star Trek Picard. And I honestly think that's sad. I actually mentioned that during my analysis, which I know you can't see. This actually is not where I want to be. But yeah, no, it is very predictable and it's very sad. I think it is a huge mistake to eject STO from consideration. But yeah, based on what we've seen in the Star Trek Picard trailer, I imagine they'll be completely ignoring STO. Which also means that Star Trek Discovery will probably also be completely ignoring STO. The absolute most I could see them doing is the same thing that... What was it called? Rebels did. Star Wars Rebels did. Where Star Wars Rebels would make references to the EU, but it wasn't actually tying the EU into canon. It was just making references. Hey, Mike Romano. What's up? Well, I've never played it. So I suppose those are my thoughts, Ginger Overseer. I have no idea, Hazardous. Seriously. I watched the entire show in the space of about 5 days, dude. I can barely distinguish one season from another, let alone in one episode from another. I would imagine Stuart would be in favor of something like tying STO in, and I do mean that sincerely. But Stuart has never been involved in STO for the very simple reason that he is expensive. Like, I know that sounds like a strange thing, but Star Trek Online has always operated on a pretty limited budget, which is why they've been pretty selective about who they can bring on as far as new characters are cast. So this is what the bump badge does, by the way. And this is why I asked you guys if it would be okay to cheat. Because like I said, this basically just gets rid of trash encounters. Just ejects them entirely. Am I personally interested? I mean, I liked Horizon Zero Dawn quite a bit, so yeah. But considering we still haven't even heard a peep about HZD2... I know this seems like an unnecessary side trip, but trust me, this is going to be worth it. And like I said, no encounters. Oh yeah, Patrick Stewart is getting on in his years. Although, as I always like to remind people, William Shatner is actually older. Which is just a weird thought to think of, but there it is. And William Shatner is still around. And hopefully will continue to be. Universe, don't take that as a challenge, please. Hey look, it's an up arrow. Well, that's weird. Whatever, I guess. The universe is like, William Shatner must die. God, no. William Shatner is one of those weird actors I've always given credence for acknowledging his flaws and trying to move past them. Like, I know that sounds like a dumb statement. Some actors are just cool, right? You know, Keanu Reeves, for example. Some actors are horrible and then make a deliberate and strong effort to turn that around to become cool. And I'll always give William Shatner credit for trying to turn it around, basically. For seeing how much of an asshole he was and trying to fix it. No, I have not, Shadow Machine. I'm pretty sure I don't get that until Chapter 7. I could be wrong. You know, that's actually a good point, Rasalisu. Especially since STO devs usually have, for lack of a better way to put it, insider info on where they're going with it. Oh, it is there right now. Oh, god damn it. Well, why didn't you tell me, Shadow Machine? I thought it was... whatever. Now I gotta stab Shadow Machine, guys. Stab. Now I gotta say thank you to Rasalisu for being awesome. How dare you? Thank you very, very much. Oh, much appreciate the sub as always. Thank you. Now, if you happen to know where you'd like to put that to show interest in a future stream, just let me know. Speaking of which, I got an offline donation from Nevermore. And I know you don't watch my streams usually, Nevermore, but on the off chance you see this, I wanted to say a very public and very loud gratitude. Thank you very, very much for the donation, Nevermore. Much appreciated. You're very awesome. Thank you so much for the donation. And I have put that down towards Dead Space 2 as you requested. Shadowbringers, you got it. Give me a second. Even my chair's creaking. There we go. So noted. I need to look into oiling this damn thing. Assuming it's even possible. It's always going creak, 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 creak. What am I doing? I'm going this way. Honestly, I was thinking about not even getting Miss Meows. There's not a lot of reason to, other than if you want to steal stuff. Like, she basically has no story to her, which is kind of the problem. That's why I didn't do it for the theater, either. An up arrow. An up arrow? Up? Of course! What are you... I guess his planet needed him. Or his attic, at least. This is the Ultra Stone! I picked this up at a flea market years ago and forgot it was in the attic. Now you can power up partners even more. So yes, partner, power. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to be seeing this like 3 more times. So, FYI. I could do 4, I just don't care. Some of the side quests at the Trouble Center are very unusual. One of them involves you going and picking up all the dirty exercise trunks, or whatever. You know, the locker room, gym shorts, at the Glitz Pit, which is just kind of... You know? The worst part is you need the inventory space to do it. Some of them are pretty simple. Bring this item to me, come talk to me, cook this item, find this location. That kind of a thing. Most of them are actually pretty rewarding, either in terms of background lore or in terms of actual gameplay benefit. Also, you notice Bobbery, when fully powered up, has an astonishing 40 HP, which is just through the roof. So I suppose since we could get Meows now, we might as well do so. I hate her so much. She must die. There it is. Sorry, I'm staring right at it. I'm after an elusive badge. Must explain a version. Meet on the roof of Zest's house. Okay. See you around, Bragwin. And then Bragwin was never seen again. She came back as Bragwin Deluxe or something. I don't know. I don't watch anime. I don't know how that works. Bragwin Coon. There we go. It was her all along. She's only like the biggest flirt I've ever met in my entire life. Mr. Mustache Cutie, I'm the one with the trouble. I'm a pretty lucky girl to have a strapping fellow like you take on my trouble. Well, let me get right to the point, okay? I've done all I can to find this one elusive badge, but I failed at every turn. The badge is hidden in Hooktail's lair, of that much I'm certain. I want to check the room after I heard you defeat a Hooktail, but nothing. I heard rumors that you need the wind to find that badge. Okay. So this would legitimately be a good time for, like, random Q&A section, because we got a little bit of backtracking to do, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and equip her now. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. No, Rasalisu. It's just one. One was the only one that was requested, so one was the only one I did. Because I'm an idiot, Materia Keeper, and that is the explanation. So So you could absolutely have gotten both in one visit if you were more intelligent than I am. Which is not difficult. Like, it's not hard to be more intelligent than I am. First thing you gotta do is you have to have a brain. And then you win. In all seriousness, this morning I woke up, I was so completely out of it. I was actually having trouble stringing a thought together. Like, any thoughts. I was just sitting here like, I need to wake up. I gotta stream in an hour. Brains. What I think of the Picard trailer? Well, I'd tell you, but then CBS might attack me with clubs with spikes in them. And I don't like spiked clubs, personally. More of a mall kind of a guy. How many Xenoblades are left on the list? None, I don't think. Like, we've covered Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3, Xenoblade, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm pretty sure we're done. I suppose there's Xenogears. No one's requested that one to date. And I hope they never do. I guess that's true. There's the expansion to 2, which I'm told is a decent chunk of content. I honestly hope not, Ginger. I really do. I've never liked Xenogears. And it's kind of a sloggy game to begin with. I also don't own Xenogears, so I'm going to have to buy it. I'm going to have to buy a game I don't... It's just weird, whatever. I mean, don't mistake me. I understand the problems behind the scenes for Xenogears, and I would talk about that, but it's just... Ugh, you know? What's the mod do? Or is it just like all sorts of stuff, Materia Keeper? Another example of streamlining being considered a good thing. Quality of life changes. I'm sorry, Zaluk. My first thought is, who? But then again, people keep mentioning that one guy was some other guy, and I have no idea who either people are. Like, I'm sure if I actually picked up a picture and was like, aha, I'd know who they were talking about. But I just got, like, 15 comments all saying, Bob is this other person. And I'm like, okay. Who's Bob? Who's this other person? Yeah, for those of you not aware, I usually retain basically nothing from a game I do a rumination on. I do the, Did I not do this already? Oh, I guess I did. Okay, whatever. What do you call that? Cramming. I cram for ruminations. So all that knowledge and information just leaks right back out once I'm done. God, I couldn't even tell you the main character's name off the top of my head. Yay! And now all the way back. Rex? Who the heck? Oh, Rex is the main character. Gotcha. I was going to say Shulk, but I think Shulk was the first Xenoblade. No, exactly, Ginger. That's pretty much exactly how I approach it. Like, anybody who's ever done college, you know exactly how I approach ruminations. Cram, cram, cram. Sit down, record. You know, I got my notes. And done. I retain some stuff. I shouldn't say nothing. Let's see. What do I remember from Xenoblade 2, for example? Let's see. I remember the big twist at the end, which I'm not going to spoil here, obviously. And the cycle of exactly how the Titans exist and where they came from. And the Eternal Sea, which is just still such a cool concept. I love that concept. I do remember some of the Blades designs are just... Really? That's where you're going with this? Okay. Which one was Malos? I remember the bunny girl. Mostly because there was a minor controversy about it. And the fact that it was designed by a woman. I don't even remember her name, Ginger. It's one of the rare blades you can get. Got this. Witcher Netflix trailer? So I did watch it, but I just... I in no way mean this in a negative manner, but I just was completely disinterested. It looked like it was basically rehashing several of the stories from the books. Speaking of which, have I read the books? The real answer to that is no. I have perused some of the short stories years ago, which I have been told is actually a translation that's since been abandoned and has been retranslated again. But no, I really just have absolutely no interest in the books. I never have. So the show, eh. Like, I'm not saying the show's going to be awful and terrible, but I have no interest in it. Do I think Henry Cavill will deliver as Geralt? Yes. I have to be one of the only people in the world who thinks Cavill will actually do a good job of that. What the... okay. But then again, Cavill hasn't really been given a chance to stretch as an actor since he's mostly cast because of his appearance, not his acting talents. That face, does it mean you found the badge? I did. You see, I was the one who hid the badge. It was a little game of mine. I have to apologize, but I knew you would find it, my handsome cheese chunk. You may have even more badge skill finding than I do. Badge finding skill. I just thought of something. Perhaps I should just travel with you from now on. Because I'm sure I'll find lots of badges that way, don't you think? Sure thing, Yuffie. How about that reward? Let's see. Take this badge you managed to find, but I expect you to lead me to more. Now let me formally state that you will now enjoy the pleasure of my company. So, like I said, optional character. She will sniff out any hidden items or objects nearby. Doesn't seem to be anything in this area, dearie. When you press X, I'll sniff around and he'll tell you if there's any items nearby. Something right here. Yeah, so she basically operates as a hot and cold thing for hidden items. She also has Love Slap and can steal items. I'd already talked about the steal ability since... If you're going to do any end game stuff, like the Pit of 100 Trials or whatever, you pretty much need Miss Meows. Because you need to steal badges to set up your build. Meh. Castaways return from Cursed Island of Keelhaul Key with treasure, maybe? Oh yeah, that's exactly what we need. For everyone in town to start mugging them, thinking they have treasure. Mustache guy is back from Keelhaul Key. I want to go. Who cares if it's cursed? That guy who wants to make some easy money. Oh, excuse me. No, Ginger Overseer. The Uncle Vernon is actually endorsing the show and is involved at some level as a consultant to the show. So... No, Mike Romano, I didn't know that at all. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm trying to work on my sarcasm. How am I doing? Hey, let me try another way. Oh my goodness. A video has been copywronged by CBS. This is truly an unheard of precedent. No, that doesn't work. Hang on, let me try another one. Wait, I got it. With overwhelming sarcasm. I did not understand that my video was copy-wronged by CBS. Yeah, I don't know if you're aware of this. I get an email every time I get a copyright thing. Like, every single time, 100%. So... Why did he drag a bed into his office? Hey, if it isn't the guys from before, you need to meet the boss again, huh? Well, normally we could, you know, help you out, but the boss is currently snoozing. Hey... Francesca... Aw, poor boss. The big man's been sick with loneliness ever since his daughter skedaddled. Our underboss Frankie's gone, the boss is in shambles. What's a syndicate to do? That scruffy gang of punk thieves are stealing jobs from us left and right. Well, that ain't right. But hey, enough with us and our stupid problems, huh? What can we do for yous? What? Tickets for the ritziest train around? For the XS Express? The moment I stopped using Comcast, Shadow Machine. Whoa, you want tickets for that rolling windig? Oh, ain't nothing we can do about that. Yeah, us giving out tickets? That's right. You gotta talk to the boss for that. Oh, Francesca. I just can't stand seeing the boss like this. If we just knew where those newlyweds was, we could take the boss to see him. You mean Francesca and Frankie? Didn't we see him on Keelhaul Key? Who's on the what now? What'd you just say? Repeat that. You know where the young Miss Pianta's at? Really? No lie? Oh, I swear to you, if you're lying, I would turn you into confetti, so help me. Well, if that's what it is, why don't you bring her back here, yeah? Be a pal. We go ourselves, but we can't leave the boss unprotected, you get me? Yeah, you bring us your young Miss Francesca. We'll do what we can to get you your train tickets. We got a deal or what? See, now that's better. I knew once you understood our predicament, you couldn't refuse. Don't screw this up. Yeah, okay. If you want to boycott CBS, go for it. That's up to you. I mean, this isn't exactly the first or even the 50th dumb thing CBS has done to me, personally. Anyways. So what's going to happen? So, okay. Apparently you're not aware of how this works, Mike Romano. So what happens is a bot says, hey, I own that. And then the bot acts according to its pre-prescribed parameters. In this case, the bot saw that there was footage from the Picard trailer and decided to block it internationally. So, I then immediately, like I was actually live on stream when this happened, I immediately contested it. Now the way this works is the contestant then pushes it back to the company, in this case CBS. And they have 30 days until, I think, August 20-something in order to respond. Now, that requires an actual person, not a bot. They can't automate a response to that. So at some point or another, one of two things is going to happen. Either an actual human being is going to look at that and say, no or yes, or no one's ever going to look at it, and then 30 days will be up, and then it'll automatically be overturned. At which point, in a month, you'll be able to see my trailer analysis for Picard. Yeah. I'll buy it when I see it, Ginger Overseer. But that is the normal process for these kind of spurious claims. I don't know if it's on Twitch VOD, no, so I can't... I mean, it might be. Oh, hi there, Mario. What brings you back here? Can we do something for you? I love how they actually do the detail of showing that her ring is missing. The boss is sick?
Oh, poor Daddy. Oh, no, and at a time like this. You see, I just dropped the wedding ring Frankie gave me around here. I can't possibly leave until I find that ring. Otherwise something might eat it. It must be somewhere between here and that Skull Rock.
Listen for a second, my little fuzzy coconut. We're up to 8, by the way. Shouldn't we forget about that ring for now and check out the boss?
How could you say that, Frankie? That ring was the symbol of our love. We have to find it. We have to. Or maybe you just don't love me anymore. Is that it?
Of course I love you, my little bacon burger. That's 9.
None of your sweet talk now. You're going to have to say you love me
100 times. Oh, I've considered it plenty, Ginger, and no, it's absolutely not happening. Every time someone suggests one of the other sites, I look at that. If you know, I look at it like, yeah, no, that's not feasible at all. Whatever the issues YouTube has, it is still the best platform by far, by a gargantuan margin. So, funny fact, he does in fact...
They all do.
Have to get a donation. He does, in fact, have to say, I love you 100 times. My little short stack, which is 10 now. And I point that out because, if you may remember, we did a theater about this, and I was voicing Frankie. So, I actually sat here and said this 99 times in a row. No editing tricks. No second takes. I just sat here and said this as quickly as I could for about 30 seconds, give or take. I was a little dry after that. There, I said it.
Oh, Frankie, baby, you're such a silly Billy. ...
Yeah, that'd be my reaction, too. Now my little cream puff, 11. In case you missed it, every single time he uses a pet name for her, every single time, it's a different thing. He says something different. Now, I just got a donation from Chai Guy. A very large donation. Thank you, Chai Guy. Hang on. Sit up. Ugh, there we go. I'm kind of sore today. Forgive me. Thank you very, very much, Chai Guy. Much appreciated and much obliged. Thank you. Very, very much. And if you'll give me a moment, I will jot that down towards one of the IDCs I'm looking forward to a whole lot. Whoops. And it wouldn't have worked, Shadow Machine. Then it would have just sounded like the same file over and over. It wouldn't have been as authentic. It wouldn't have sounded like a guy straining to say I love you 100 times in a row. So this should be... Oh, nope, we're not high enough level yet. We need more levels. Must get more levels. Whatever. So this is actually funny. Her ultimate ability is to give her turn to Mario.
Something about that amuses me. Turns her into the ultimate partner, or, you know, support partner, I guess I should say. Oh, awesome, Shadow Machine. Which is, I think this week is a board game week, so that's even more awesome than normal. Although I don't know if Guido will be available. We're still kind of not sure what's going on with that. Like, I've seen him on Discord, but that could just be his phone. Well, you can predict that with 100% accuracy, Ginger Overseer. So do you know the answer to your own question, then? All eyes turn towards Ginger Overseer. Can he determine when the next Lord Irvs will be? Crap, now we're an A-lister. Still can't kill him instantly. So she has an interesting attack. Which does this. It's an AoE burn that also... it's an AoE attack that also burns them. Which can be very good for sweeping an area. The only problem is, as usual, it costs quite a bit of MP. The catch is, in this game, you can get up to 50 MP, and I've seen several builds that do exactly that, that just really go heavy on the MP list, so they can just use tons and tons of abilities. It's probably one of the easier ways to go through the game, honestly. How about this guy? Are we high enough yet? Yes, we are. Okay. Whoops! I don't want to know what Vivian is doing with me down there. I guess it's not me, it's Mario, so whatever. Although while we're here... I'll grab that. You ever watch Futurama, Shadow Machine? It would be best if you would evacuate to a safe range of 100 yards. There we go. Now we're high enough level to avoid these encounters. See, the only downside of the no encounters in this one is it's directly related to your level, and basically nothing else. So that means we're probably going to have to raise our level a little bit more in the next section, but that's okay. Ah, that's it, my ring, you found it! Frankie, now we can go home to Daddy. We sure can, my little cheese and cracker. 12. Hello, Mukul. Alright, McCool. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. So here's the deal. I'm gonna put a check in front of you. And that check's gonna have a lot of numbers on it. And that's all gonna be for you. And all you have to do is sign over your soul forever to me. Now, one of two things are gonna touch that check. Either it's gonna be your ink or your brains. Take your pick. I'm sorry, I know this sounds horrible, but I actually really like the gonna make an offer you can't refuse. As in the actual incident in the original Godfather. Because it's so simplistic. It's really simple. You're gonna work from here, you're gonna die. The end. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to do a remake of The Godfather at some point. They're probably waiting until I suddenly can't think of his name to either die out or, you know, sign away his rights. One of the two. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Coppola? Maybe, yes, Final Harmony. Sorry, I've been meaning to tell you, I'm actually kind of in charge of a lot of different things. It's okay, this is kind of an undead mafia, not a normal mafia. Francesca? Daddy! Boss! Oh, my little Francesca, you came back for me. And you too, Frankie. Of course we did, Daddy. Soon as we heard you were ill, we dropped everything and rushed back. That's not quite true, but, you know. Francesca, Frankie, I was wrong. I was a stubborn old man. Forgive me. I know I may regret saying this, but I want the two of you to stay here, with me. I can't bear to be away from you two crazy kids. I'm an old man now. I need peace. I guess the time has come for me to stop being so selfish, causing everyone trouble. Looks like even Don Pianta, the dawn of untimely death, can't escape old age. The time has come, everyone. I'm gonna retire. No! No, it's time, I mean it. And I want you to be my successor, Frankie. What do you say, Frankie? As of today, you are the new head of the Bianco Syndicate. What? But, boss, you still got it in you. You're a spring chicken. You don't gotta do this. And I mean, me? Boss? No, you're the one, Frankie. I've been thinking of that for a long time now. You'll do just fine, kid. I got a feeling about you. A good one. I want you to take care of Francesca and the rest of the syndicate. The way I did. Boss. You, Mario. Looks like you done yet another favor for me, kid. Yeah, about that, boss. Oh, this is gonna be just beautiful, I know it. What did you guys do? Well, we kind of promised him something, boss. We told him we'd get a ticket for the XS Express if he brought your daughter. Is that all? Oh, you had me worried for a second. Come on over here, Mario. How many do you want? 1, 2, 10? Help yourself. You come back anytime you like. How about that? Well, now that I've retired, I'm gonna get out of here. Daddy? Boss? Nope, you're the boss now, Frankie. You got that? You, the boss. You do good now, Frankie. Yeah, me too, Final Harmony. Frankie, we've got lots of work to do. And don't worry, I'll keep you in line. Sweet bean. That's 13 now. Come on. Knock it off with the pet name nonsense, will you? Call me Francesca. Huh? Francesca? Yes, or Miss Boss. Tee-hee-hee. On the boss. I mean, boss. You got our loyalty. Yeah, we'll be by your side whenever you need us, boss. I just screwed up their voices. Thank you so much, Mario, for everything. You're welcome here anytime. You're like a brother to me. You ain't bad, kiddo. Yeah, you ever think about joining up with the Syndicate? It's the life, kid. Oh, I know, I'm cool. Partially on purpose. I mean, the timing was intentional, I should say. Okay, so now to go on to Chapter 6 proper. Even up to this point, I've enjoyed Chapter 6, but now it's time for the real deal. Oh my gosh, it's Beldam! She's been spying on us. And she says that the 6th crystal star is there. Oh no! So, yeah. Now, I hope you like that little tidbit, because she's barely in this chapter. As I mentioned earlier, cut content. In fact, the boss of this chapter, to this day, has no actual explanation. Now, I know what you're about to say. Lore, but it was summoned by Beldam, wasn't it? Well... Once upon a time, there was a thing called Beta 9, I believe, for this game. It was someone in the Mario Wiki claimed to have a beta copy of the game and released all kinds of under-the-hood information about the game. It was so much information, oh my gosh. And a lot of the information of that was circled by a lot of people for a long time. Now, nobody questioned it because the person in charge was actually in charge of the wiki, so they had basically admin rights. Some years later, our ability to reverse engineer and data mine got a little bit better, and people decided to go ahead and start doing data trawling for some of these games, by which I mean most of these games. So people data mined this game and found that all of those claims were a load of hogwash. So they required the person to reveal the information. You know, be like, hey, just reveal your sources so we can verify it. Oh, but wouldn't you know it, just a couple days ago, the copy went bad and I can't produce it anymore. So yeah. If you're wondering why there's a few little tidbits or anecdotes I haven't been sharing, it's because a decent amount of those anecdotes were proven to be wrong. Like, that's about as verified as wrong as it gets when you have that kind of a situation. No, they never shared the copy beforehand. Yeah. I don't know, Takoida. I mean, I do know. It's the same reason everyone believes every little rumor you hear circling the mill. Anyways. Are you Mario? Did you get this email? Is this... Look, technology freaks me out, okay? So if you're not Mario, please destroy this email, okay? But if you are, thanks for saving my captured friends. I figured I'd share a hot tip with you as thanks. So here it is. There's still tons of treasure in Creepy Steeple. Of course, knowing you've probably already found it all. Yeah. It's so useless. I'm so useless. Enjoy your not-so-useless adventure. Creepy Steeple Boo. Aw, he's so cute. It's one of the reasons I keep adding a giant asterisk whenever there's something I can't verify. Rumor. So, this was the most difficult chapter by far for the theater, because it has the most speaking lines by a large margin. Now, this is funny in hindsight, because this chapter has less than, like, any given chapter in FF9 has, which just smashes it in the face with regards to number of characters. But at the time, this was the most complex chapter I had to do with regards to the theater. This one took a while for me to finish, and we had a lot of actors involved. Oh, this one, absolutely McCool. Chapter 6 is easily the best. I'm debating how many pluses I want to give it. I'm thinking 37. I'm kidding. I do want to give this chapter a story plus. I haven't decided anything else yet. So, the format and structure of Chapter 6 is pretty much completely different than every other chapter. We're on a train. That's the chapter. Why would you ever browse TV tropes in the middle of the night? Why would you do that, Alex? Is it going to be a murder mystery? Well, we'll see. There's something on the floor. Was that there when we arrived? Don't go to Poshley Heights. Get off the train now, or a sticky, yummy doom awaits it. What a totally weird threat. Do you think Beldam has anything to do with it? Well, one way or the other, the note's appearance means the culprit's on the train. Oh, I hate threats. Let's get this nutjob before they try anything. There's a dried shroom. That's the one. This is the one, Bragon, yes. Yeah, I was actually really happy with everyone's voice acting for this chapter. I'll point out a few highlights as we go through. Actually, let's go forward first. I need Vivian for this. Look, there's nothing wrong with browsing TV tropes, but there is everything wrong with browsing TV tropes in the middle of the night.
Hey, hello. Hey, hello there. You know, I used to dream of one day getting to ride on this train. And now I finally got a ticket. Dreams do come true. Yay.
Actually, let's just go ahead and bring her out really now. So this is Hefty. Get it? The gourmet toad. Do you think he goes for quality or quantity? Yeah, he's definitely here for the food, not for the ride. Takes all sorts. I mean, I go to Vegas for the food, so what the hell do I know? I was going to say both, too. You remember her? She's from Chapter 3. Well, hello there, you ducky debonair dish of a man. You're smashing, dear. What's this? A witch? People have certainly said I'm possessed of an enchanting aura. But you're the first person to remark so boldly on my bewitching beauty, dear. That's Toodles. Gosh, that woman is so fashionable, it makes me sick. She's obviously the kind of lady that belongs on this train. Classy all the way. Hey, guy. Yeah, you know this, but I'm the absurdly famous movie star Zip Toad. I'm gonna shoot this little multi-billion-dollar art flick in Poshley Heights, yo. Oh, and, I only sign autographs for cute chicks. Sorry about that, guy. I knew him. That's Zip Toad, the movie star. Women go nuts for him. You know, he's hot and all, but he seems pretty stuck up about being famous. I guess all celebrities are kind of like that. It's too bad, because I kind of liked him. I mean, he is super hot, I guess. For a toad, I guess? Oh, absolutely, Alex. Greetings! Welcome to the XS Express. I'm what's called a train engineer. Our opulent journey to Poshley Heights will take approximately 3 days. And how do you find your accommodations? Are they not incredibly splendid? Our furnishings delight the eye, but the sway of the locomotive delights all else. So let's all hear it for the XS Express! Huzzah! Huzzah! Yeah, that's the engineer of the XS Express. Talk about a dream job for kids. But saying you drive a train doesn't make you cool. You gotta love the job. I mean, we're talking about a train here. It's some serious responsibility. I mean, you have to go, stop, go again. I'm kidding. I actually don't know what's involved in piloting a train. Now, you can keep going, Gum Gum, by the way. Sorry. I get worse insults every day, trust me. So this is the character that Bragwin voiced, and she did a really disturbingly good job of it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the dining car where you eat and stuff. Some people take this train just so they can eat our yummily fabulous food. And this trip, we have a super famous actor on board, Zip Toad. Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm totally swooning. I so hope he comes here to eat soon. That's the waitress of the XS Express. Kinda spacey. I think she's an okay waitress. I like her hair. Probably not, but guys always go for girls like this, don't they? Why is that, Mario? It's because of the hair. We already talked about this. This is one of my favorite characters in this chapter. Hello, I am Chef Shmee of the Culinary Expert. Glad to make your complaintance. I mean acquaintance. So sorry. Cheap cheap is my first language, you know. Today's lunch is so amazing it will make your tongue cry out in shame. Please do taste it, so my passion does not wither alone in a pot of loneliness.
Why for, Shinizaga? Yeah, the boss is kind of rough. This is Chef Shmi, the cook aboard the XS Express. He cooks for everybody. I can't figure this guy out. I have no idea if he's joking most of the time. I have no idea, Dakota. All I know is he doesn't speak... I believe in the original version he actually was innately English and was trying to learn Japanese. I think. Don't quote me on that, though. We'll wait on that. That's my other favorite character of this thing. I gave a lot of director's notes to the guy who voiced him. Me? I have a very important deal to attend once we arrive in Poshley Heights. I'm traveling on business, so everything goes on the expense account. Yes. He's a Ratui businessman. He's on the XS Express for business, obviously. I bet he's putting everything on an expense account, huh? Is that a fringe benefit? You know, I've heard jokes... Oh, it was so much fun, Finn. I heard jokes about people, you know, the expense account joke, basically. But it's pretty true. I've known most business people I've ever known just buy everything on the expense account. Like, they'll get souvenirs, and they'll eat at the night restaurants, and they'll get a massage, or a shoe polish, or whatever. You know. Yeah, I'm Bub. We're gonna get a birthday present for me, and it'll be cool. Aren't you jealous? We are en route to Poshley Heights to buy a birthday present for little Bub here. Ah, my. Oh, you're the champion of the Glitz Pit, are you not? Yes, the great Gonzales. Bound for Poshley Heights? Well, it is certainly a fitting place for a celebrity like you. He has buckets of ducats. Oh, from a long-term perspective or a company perspective, yeah, it's pretty stupid. It's just really common. I'm on my way back home. I have strayed so long, I have forgotten what it looks like. That's Pennington, a train passenger. He says he's a detective. But, I mean, why do detective types always show up when something goes wrong, huh? I'm glad you like it, McCool. Especially given the interesting quality of the episode. That's the conductor of the XS Express. He takes care of passengers' needs. Keeping this train running smoothly is not just the engineer's job, you know. Hello to you, and welcome to the XS Express. I am the conductor of this train. And I trust you must be Mr. Mario from room 5. Make yourself at home, sir. What's that? Some sort of sticky, yummy threat? I see. Good gracious me. If I hear anything else, I will let you know immediately. Okay, then, I guess. Now what? I guess I just go back to my room? There's a bomb threat. Okay, whatever. Hang on. Do I talk to Pennington now? Hey, Pennington, there was a bomb threat. Oh, he left. Okay, whatever. Oh, well, let's head this way. I'm sure there's nothing really going on in the chef's area. I thought I was going to have a nice lunch on the expense account. This is truly unfortunate. Almost tragic, really. I'm dying for a taco, guy. Could you just whip up some grub real quick? What? They took the whole pot? Really? The whole deal? This isn't in my contract. Oh no, and Zip Toad is here and everything. No, my life is totally ruined. I can't do this like Braywin can, sorry. She really did an excellent job of it. Yes, I can say without the slightest hesitation that this smells like a case to me. Yes, just put it on the expense account, Scottish. It's okay, we'll cover it. But what shall we call it? Yes, that is the question before us. Yes, what to call it? Yes, the case of the pot of the supper stew that vanished suddenly and mysteriously. Indeed, that will do nicely. No, I don't, McCool. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember which ones. Other than alliances, maybe? I don't know. And I suppose Q in the Gray.
My dear train passengers, this is a full-fledged mystery. One that impacts you all. So yes, here's our murder mystery. And what exactly kind of dish is that? I am known as Pennington. You likely would not guess it, but I am a detective. At the risk of immodesty, you might say I have a certain nose for these things. And this little conundrum, my dear fellow passengers, poses no challenge to me. The central clue of this case, and also the most vital one, as it happens, is that our perpetrator took the whole pot, stew and all. This, esteemed friends, leads me to believe the one responsible is you, you gluttonous woman. What? Me? Are you totally cuckoo? I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Pardon me, sorry. Please accept my apologies, my dear woman. I felt the need to practice my accusation skills. You understand. Yes, sorry. Ahem. Very good. Now, let us get serious, shall we? This, I believe, will be a case worthy of my intellect. Yes. Let me get this straight. What we know so far is that we don't know who the culprit is. And, I guess that's about it, right?
Oh, this scene is for total squares. Forget you guys. I'm going back to my room.
You there, in a bit of a hurry to get back to your room, eh? You, sir, are highly suspicious. I have just broken this case. The true culprit, I believe, is Zip-Toad, the actor. Zip-Toad? The Zip-Toad? No way, Mr. Detective Person. You're just making stuff up, you Tweety geezer. Tweety geezer? Geezer? I can't say I deserved such a verbal thrashing, but... Well then, who did do it, this puzzle deepens with every confounding step. Yeah, so anyways. Hey, this looks like spilled stew on the carpet. We can follow the trail to the thief. It might even be the person who wrote the sticky, yummy threat note. What makes me say that? A Goomba's intuition. Also, yes, if you're paying attention, this is the second time in a row that there's been a fake murder mystery in Chapter 6. It's just last time it was a murder mystery, and here it's a stew mystery. And a bomb threat and like 3 other things. Basically, there's like 5 mysteries on the train, is what I'm trying to say.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you want? Oh, sorry about that. Now, what were we just saying? A pot from the kitchen? Oh, I get it. Food gets stolen and you blame the chubby guy. Not nice. What, drops of stew on the floor outside? No, I wouldn't know anything about that. People spill stuff. There's nothing in the drawer. Oh my god, it's... the pot. Oh, I'm sorry. I ate it all. It was me.
So, you were so enamored of the stew you wanted to steal it to devour it more. And you stole the entire pot when the chef was chopping shallots. Answer!
Yes, that's right. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was a brief moment of weakness.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Justice has been served. Very satisfying. May this terrible crime never recur. And you, my dear sir... Yes, you with the unkempt facial hair. My keen sleuthing instincts identified you as the correct person to collar the ruffian. Now, about that note in your room. Oh, yes, I know of it. As the lone detective on the train, the conductor confided in me. But we cannot speak here. Find me in room 6, that we may discuss this in private. Oh, and please return the pot to the chef if you could. You don't have to, if you don't want to.
Sorry for causing all the commotion. But man, that soup was scrum diddly umptious. Can't wait for dinner.
I'm getting hungry. Anybody else? You found the bad guy? That's so totally amazing. Yeah, thanks.
So you found the beef. I mean the thief. I am joyful. Sir, you're the hero of my world. You have even brought my pot. It is empty, of course, but it is mine, and I love it. Thanks to you, from me. There we go.
Thanks, bye. Justice is a meal best served with pinto beans and muffins. Actually, that sounds terrible. I've been waiting. I was rather impressed with your work on this last case, I must admit. However, I do not think that the one you apprehended is our sticky, yummy malcontent. I have deduced this from the lack of any incriminating clues in his room. In any case, I must say, I believe you have a certain knack for detective work. So it is decided, then. I shall take you on as my new assistant. To reiterate, my name is Pennington. I am a detective from Poshley Heights. I am known in some circles as the Penguin with the improbably large brain. I'm sure you've heard of me, so that's all I will say on the subject. As for your name... Wait! I demand you do not tell me. I shall deduce your identity. That mustache, that nose... Oh, all too easy. You, sir, are quite obviously the famed Luigi, are you not? No need to introduce yourself. I know all about the famous Luigi. Now, about this threat, our man has declared his intent to yummify the train. A sticky, tasty explosion. Aha! That family of bombs! They are definitely the chief suspect. Now, Luigi, we will reduce this case to rudimentary facts and deduce the truth. Funnily enough, I was about to do exactly that, Shadow Machine. That's really horrible. Come. Mom and Dad are fighting about what to get me for my birthday. I'm so bored. Wish I brought my GBA. Yeah, I hear you on that one, kid. I think we should get Bub the Advanced Learner's classic series of Bobomery. 2 words. Cheap and boring. Think more luxurious, dear. Perhaps a car or a house. Bub is too small for such things, Goldbob. Stop thinking of your own social status. He needs something that will further his education, not spoil him, honestly. I don't want any of that stuff they're talking about. Hey, mister, you a detective now that you quit being a champion? Well, think you can detect what I really want for my birthday? Really? Cool. Okay, if you bring me what I really want, I'll give you something in return. Here's a hint. It starts with an A. Got it? Well, let's see if we can figure out what he wants. But first, let's talk to everyone again. Yes, there's 3 bombs on this train. I was really looking forward to plopping that stew on my expense account. Oh well. I'll just order the next most expensive thing on the dinner menu. And then he's fired. The thing that young Master Bub wants most? Well, let's deduce, shall we? Why, it is rudimentary. He wants a Game Boy Advance, my dear Luigi. Because that, my friend, is what young children his age crave above all things!
Yes, about this thief. I'm actually pleased he craved my stew enough to steal the entire pot. My heart is filled with no anger, but rather the warm broth of satisfaction.
You so totally bagged that chubby guy in record time. I was way impressed. Hey, come to think of it, I could use your skills. Could you help me? Really? Star. Sparkle. Sunshine. Okay, so I lost my shell earrings my ex-boyfriend gave me, and they're, like, all full of memories and stuff. I really, like, need them back. Could you maybe look for them or something? Please? Okay. Wow, Alex, that's actually kind of horrible in its own way. Whoops, this is my room. She, like, totally doesn't understand, like, what the kind of things we go through. Oh my god. Sorry for causing all the commotion. Oh, he hasn't moved on yet. Later on, he has something else to say, which amuses me. Well, I'm glad you got it running, Shihali. This is my favorite chapter in the game, Shihali. Make of that what you will. Hello there, you fine species of a man, you. Oh, you solved a rather tough little mystery, didn't you? Yes, very well done. Oh, you're so ruggedly smart. Perhaps you could help me with something as well. I'll be sure to reward you appropriately. Oh, absolutely lovely. Now listen well. I'm looking for a gold ring I lost somewhere on this very train. Could you please hasten the search for me, you boldly brilliant man? Alright, so now we got two things. We got three ongoing mysteries. What the kid wants, the shells, and the gold ring. It's a... Yeah, this is the most... That's a good way to put it, Alex. This is the most spoiler-prone chapter of the chapters. This is basically your last chance. As soon as we hit day 2, we're going to start revealing stuff. And it's going to spoil the experience. What does that little bub kid want as a present? Well, I'm sure he'd be stoked to have an autograph of mine, right, guy? Oh, man, don't they all. Can't do it, unfortunately. I only sign for chicks. Me too. Wait. I'm kidding. I doubt I will ever be at the point where I actually have to, or need to, give out an autograph. Running this train during the sunset is the high point of every day for me. So let's all hear it for the hard... Okay, so now we're going to have to do this, because I'm an idiot. And I forgot to do something. I really am forgetting all sorts of things today. Good lord. I don't know if that really counts, Shihali. Then again, I also don't really think most of the Smash characters count, so what the hell do I know? Except in Brawl, of course. They count in Brawl. And nothing else. I can hear everything that family's fighting about loud and clear from out here. One thing I heard was cute. The boy dreams of being a trained engineer someday. What an interesting dream for a rich little kid like that. Hey, Gonzalez, you think that is what we need to do? Alright, let's go. I agree, Alex. In fact, I imagine the localization team had fun with this, too. Keeping in mind, Nintendo of America has always had a pretty decent localization team, so... Like, they make mistakes, but they bother to localize things quite a bit. Unlike some other companies I can name. Although by this point, Square had fixed that. So, here's the autograph. Gosh, I've never given out an autograph before. That felt fantastic. Yeah, I wouldn't know. No, I stand by my statement, Shihali. If you look at the, especially the Zeldas is probably a good example. Although the Kirby's have done a decent job with it as well. And basically every Mario RPG. I only point that out because Super Mario RPG came out at a time in which Squaresoft's localization team was kind of crap. But Super Mario RPG had good localization, which is down to the Nintendo of America team. Oh, what am I talking about? So, did you bring me the thing I wanted most? Yes, I did. Hey, yeah, bingo, mister. That's just what I wanted. You're a good detective. Here's something for you, just like I said. Thanks for the autograph. I'll take good care of it, I promise. And now it's nighttime. Ah, Mr. Mario, I'm glad you spoke to me. I just remembered something suspicious. I found myself one blanket short when I was handing them out to passengers. I gave the last passenger my own blanket to make up for it, but it's vexing. I have the exact blanket count, which means someone came on board without a ticket. That stowaway might just be your suspect, Mr. Mario. Not only that, but if I don't get my blanket back, I'll be too chilly to sleep tonight. Actually, speaking as someone who has slept without a blanket before in cold weather, yeah, that sucks. So we are now up to 4 mysteries, although we got rid of them, so we're back down to 3. So Johnny asks a good question. Would I recommend playing the original first? If you have access to it, absolutely. However, you do not need to. Paper Mario 1 is not necessary to enjoy this game. It will add to the enjoyment of this game, but it's not necessary. Not that I'm aware, Alex, no. So you found me. Well, as you see, I'm a ghost. I'm cursed to haunt this place. A blanket? Well, yes, the conductor did leave one here. He didn't realize I'm a ghost. A yummy, sticky threat? No, I left no such thing. I can't even hold physical objects, like a pen and paper. What? You just want the blanket, then? Well, I'll tell you where it is if you do something for me. What do you say? All I need is your life. I'm just kidding. Actually, I passed away in this cabin many years ago, but I think my luggage is still in the baggage cart here. Inside my bag is a diary I kept since my earliest childhood days. And my fear is that someone would find it and read it, and it's kept me tied to this world. I can't leave this room, so can you please find it and bring it here? If you do that, I'll show you where the blanket is. Yeah, sure. That's ghosty. Get it. He's pretty lighthearted for a ghost. But still, a ghost is a ghost. And don't you even dare read my diary, because if you do, a horrible fate awaits you. I don't know, guys. You think we should read the diary? What do you think, Shahali, if you're still there, which you shouldn't be? I should go ahead and pause to mention something here. About 80% of this chapter is optional. Like, doing the thing for the bomb kid, optional. Doing this little diary thing, optional. Basically, every one of these little side steps, with only a couple of exceptions, is fully optional. That's true, Takoya. That is true. What? A ghost? Eek! And he won't give you the blanket unless you get his diary from the baggage car? Well, go on in. You don't say no to ghosts. That's not a good policy to have there, buddy. I love how many foods they have in here. Is it Materia Keeper? I thought you could just go to your room and sleep. Now, I will freely admit I have never done that. I would like to see what's written in the diary. Yeah, me too. Well, like I said, whenever someone asks for privacy, you immediately violate that privacy as hard and violently as possible. Death to privacy! And now if you forgive me, I must prepare the evening hors-d'oeuvres. Oh, curse this tongue of mine! I mean the evening hors d'oeuvres! He's gonna serve Lord d'oeuvres? Wow. Welcome to the dining car. You're just the greatest. Thanks so much for agreeing to find my shell earring. It has, like, so much sentimental value and junk. Alright, let's look at this sucker. Read the diary? You sure you want to read the diary? You really want to read the diary? I got on a train today, and on that train... Even though I told you not to, now see what happens. And then he kills you. You're right, Junior Shar. I should have just listened to you from the beginning. I don't know what I was thinking. He just straight up kills you. Did you find my diary? Yeah, here you go. This is my diary. Very well, your blanket is right here. You were very wise not to read my diary, friend. If you had read it, you might be a spirit like me right now. But now I can go peacefully on from this world. Thank you so much. You'll probably never meet me again. Fare thee well. Actually, maybe not. I've been here for so long, I've kind of gotten used to it. The wallpaper's so great. Maybe I'll just stay here a little while longer. I can leave whenever, so that's all there is to it. Ooh. There's an interesting question. How many ghosts stick around just because they don't feel like moving on to heaven? Like, they can do it whenever. Hello, Baron. And now, to kill Baron. Hey, I found a diary, Baron. You should totally read it. Hello, Dr. Papa Penguin. So, how'd it go? Found your blanket. Oh, thank you so much. Now I'll be comfortable tonight. Of course, our yummy and sticky mischief maker is still at large. Oh, hey, before I forget, this is just a gesture of my thanks. That's my thumb acting up. Yeah, I'd have to walk up the stairs? Ugh. It's getting late. Maybe you should turn in for the night. Okay. No, I don't have carpal tunnel, thank God. But using any controller that isn't a Switch controller does bother my hands after a while. Sleep time. I'm awake. Day 2. Yeah, if I got carpal tunnel, that would be awful. That would actually literally interfere with my ability to do my job at that point. Local mystic was taken to the hospital today, followed quickly by hordes of concerned fans. Luckily, according to a spokesperson for the hospital, Merlovely suffered nothing more than a severe case of indigestion caused by a wild binge on 8 shroom steaks. The divine diviner exclaimed that her aura was brimming with the power of steak, but this reporter can't help but wonder why she failed to predict the gastrointestinal adventure in the first place. This time, let's head to the Keel Hall Galleria. We are proud to toast the entrepreneurial spirit shown by the managerial team who brought this free commerce to this deserted island. I really wanted to do something that had never been done before, gushed the unsinkable proprietor and former fight fan. So call me the Invincible Shopmaster from now on. I'm 100% serious, print that. We wish him all the success that he can grab with 2 hands and wrestle to the mat. Not really, Baron, but there are a few references to that in there. We've basically already skipped over the murder mystery, and now we're on to the other stuff. Today's dish is the peach tart. Take peachy peach, add cake mix, stir, and bake. Try that at tea time. Favorite Mario game of all time? This one, probably, if I'm being honest. Although Mario Odyssey would probably be my other big one. So any chance you see my shell earrings?
Hello, it is a good feeling day, isn't it, friend of mine? Yes, it is a delicious day. I will make food so delicious it will make the day mad. Hoi, 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 hoi. Like, I mean, there's so many good Mario games, it's hard to judge even the top 5, really. At least for me. I saw no one suspicious during the night. We'll be stopping at the Riverside Station today, around dusk, I believe. Good morning, mister. Thanks for the autograph yesterday. Little Bub hasn't been high spirits since yesterday. I wonder why he's so happy. Top of the morning to you, Gonzales. I'm afraid you saw such our arguing worst yesterday. I feel rather ashamed. Oh, not good, not good. If I don't find that thing, I'll be sacked for sure. Ah, my dear Luigi, your timing is impeccable. A new case has arisen. Now then, Mr. Businessman, please explain the facts to my assistant, Luigi. Okay, here's the deal. When I woke up this morning, my briefcase was gone. It contained all the contracts for our next deal and even the new product prototype. If I don't recover it, I'll lose my job at the least. Now, calm yourself. The next part is vital. So tell Luigi very slowly. Of course. Our company's new product is nitro honey syrup. Used properly, it's an amazing product that can even raise the dead. But if mixed with calcium from a seashell and a bit of gold, well then, the results are explosive. The resulting goo blast would immobilize everyone here in a sticky, yet yummy, shellac. If it's fallen into the wrong hands, well, I could lose a lot more of my job. Let's examine these facts, shall we? Someone has stolen your briefcase. Yes, though you definitely had it yesterday. And the train has not stopped in the intervening time. Yeah, there's a term for that, to quote. I can't think of it. It's like the glue bomb, you know? I don't know. I have it. Rudimentary, my dear Luigi. Rudimentary. The thief is still on the train. Aha! Luigi, have you spoken to the waitress and the lady in cabin 2? Actually, yes. They have both lost something on this train. The waitress lost shell earrings, and the lady, Toodles, lost a gold ring. Luigi, if the same person who stole those objects also has the nitro honey syrup, they could make this goo blast. They could carry out the threat in the note. So it is simple, Luigi. You must find that thief. You must apprehend the suspect before this dastardly plan is put into effect. I'm sorry, Dr. Papa Penguin. You got me with that one. You can just hear the modem sounds, right? As he's just trying to process. I knew it, Vigilant. I know, right? All we have to do is add calcium and gold to honey and it will explode. And granted, I don't know chemistry that well, so maybe that really does work that well? I don't know. Hello, good morning. Isn't the weather nice today? Days like today make me feel like I'm floating on air. Oh, that's true. You have to have nitrous glycerin, or nitroglycerin, or whatever, in addition to honey. Hey, morning, Mario. Have you been to the dining car yet today? I still can't believe I stole that pot of stew. It was like a bad, chowdery nightmare. Thanks to that incident, the cook and I are pals now. Isn't life weird? Yes, life is very weird. Oh, that's cool. It could be nitrous oxide, I suppose. That's strange.
Just checking. I didn't think we could sequence break there, but I thought I'd try. The backtracking bug is still a problem, as you can see. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Have you stumbled upon any clues? Where did you get gold from, Final Harmony? What sort of paper? What sort of clue is this supposed to be? Ah, that's one of the contracts from an upcoming business deal. What? I mean, yes, just as I suspected. Luigi, where did you find this very important clue? Cabin 1, you say? Yes, Zip Toad's room, a place I have long suspected. Come to think of it, I do not believe I have seen him today. Then perhaps he is hiding somewhere on the train. Always one step ahead. Very well, my dear Luigi. Find Zip Toad. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we heard about a Hollywood actor going crazy and attacking people with giant bombs made of honey, right? Now I gotta interrupt you really quick. So, spoiler alert. Yeah, I know, right? There's backtracking in every chapter at this point. Whoops, I went in. I'm in the wrong thing. This is not actually Zip Toad at all. I point that out because the actor I had... So, again, voice acting for the theater stuff. I had an actor who was voicing Dupless, who was not me. And Zip Toad is Dupless here. And so I got the same actor to do both voices, and he managed to do a really good job of basically slipping into his Dupless voice every now and again when he lost his disguise, basically. You know, losing his concentration. I just wanted to praise him for that, because he did a really good job of it. Really? Okay. Apparently I'm missing a step. Probably, Materia Keeper. I mean, I've been saying for a long time that boos are not ghosts. Well, boos are not dead people. But it's probably worth noting that that is headcanon, not canon. You know, this probably wouldn't be bad. I mean, this isn't actually a lot of backtracking. It's just the load transitions. God, the load transitions. Yeah, continuity of recurring characters. Pshaw. Actually, you want to hear another pile of steaming stupidity from Miyamoto's mouth? Like, no offense to the man, but this is really dumb. He actually said in several games that he only wanted characters from the Mario games, not the Paper Mario games. So more or less deliberately saying no recurring characters. Just... like, that would be like making a Star Trek show. I'm not even sure I could come up with an analogy for that. It's so stupid. Like, I'm trying to come up with an analogy here for how dumb this is. Imagine making a Star Trek that is only allowed to have original series characters in it. No, that doesn't work. No, I got it. Imagine a Star Trek that's only allowed to reference the original series and nothing else. But it's set after Star Trek Voyager. There we go. Just, yeah, picture that. Because, yeah. And it'd have to be, like, specifically set. Like, I don't know. No, I've got it. It'll make it even worse. It's, like, set on Voyager. But none of the Voyager cast is there. None of them. Because they aren't allowed to have. They can only have original series stuff there. God, Sticker Star was so crap! Right, here we go. Another document from the briefcase. The suspect must be in here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, I guess he's not here. Oh, whatever. You won't be catching me that easily. Catch him instantly. Yeah, that's supposed to be a little mini-game there. So this was our man all along, pretending to be Zip-Toad, I see. All the while pilfering things from others to aid your evil plan. Yes, this was all just as I had deduced. I knew all along you were a fake. Yes, a discolored nostril hair tipped me off. Really? And not only that, but I knew you were the one who threatened Luigi. Curses, I almost got away with it by getting off at Riverside Station, too. Yes, you played a daring and ingenious little game, my false friend. But the jig is up now, fiend, and the good people on this train are now safe. That is correct, sir. No one escapes from this improbably large brain. Well, yes, and anyways. At least return what you have stolen, Fink. Bleh. Oh, I hope not, Baron. I really do. I have enough good games to analyze on my docket right now. I don't need to be looking at bad ones. Our rendezvous with disaster was diffused by my most rudimentary of deductions. The train will now make a brief scheduled stop at Riverside Station. Time for the dungeon of Chapter 6. There's actually 2, but this is the big one. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I think not, Slick. You think you can hold me? No way. Beldam would flip if I let that happen. This whole Zip-Toad thing was just a means to an end. It's me, suckers! Dupless! Beldam's plan to gooify Mario didn't exactly work, so I'll be cutting and running now. I'll leave the rest to Beldam. See ya, suckers! Dupless is still the best. Fingers crossed, Materia Keeper. I mean, I've said it before. I actually liked Color Splash. Not because it was as good, but because it had... Basically, I felt like the gameplay of Color Splash was flawed. Severely, deeply flawed. But the story, or stories to be slightly more accurate, was really well done in my opinion. And I know that puts me on the outlier for actually saying that, but I stand by it. Color Splash was delightful. I'm sorry, what, Gum Gum? I've been kind of not paying attention to you and Hazardous, going back and forth. So Little Bub really likes trains, does he? Where does one buy a train? That's actually a good question. The internet, I guess. Did you know you could buy the moon on the internet? I'm 100% serious about that, by the way. You can buy acres on the moon. People have been doing it. Whenever we actually finally colonize the moon, that'll be interesting. Yeah, cheating, Mary Jane. I mean, come on. I wanted to have the Luigi badge for this. So, since you are Mario, could you go find the switch to lower the thing? Sure. I've been cooped up in there breathing stale air too long. I wanted to go out and take a walk so I could build up an appetite for dinner. Oh, I could have told you that, Hazardous. They're the people who are like, doing anything is better than doing nothing, even doing something bad. Which is, I mean, I've known people with that mentality in real life, and it's an astonishingly flawed mentality. As Riverside Station, we've stopped to refuel. There's a quaint drawbridge here from when the pleasure boats cruised the canal. But it hasn't been used since the canal was dried up and turned to pasture. Ah, my dear Luigi, our suspect was not only a fake Ziptoad, he was some monstrous being in a white sheet, which was exactly as I suspected. Too bad he gave us the slip, though. He was a rather slippery sort. We could question him about that Beldam business. How involved was Miyamoto in this game? I actually don't know. However, I've never heard anything referencing him being involved, so I'm going to go ahead and say not that much. Whereas in most of the games coming after that, including Sticker Star, including Super, Sticker Star, and Mario & Luigi 4, all of those have references to him being involved, so... Right. Now there's an interesting question. Which is worse, Wands of Gamelon or Sticker Star? I'm not sure, honestly. I'd have to think about that one. Which probably says something. One thing I will always give Miyamoto credit for is he understands one key aspect of game design. You need to try stuff. You need to push the envelope, in short. You need to fail, and you need to not be afraid of failing, because that's how things innovate. That's how things move forward, right? I mean, I know that sounds like a strange thing to say, but if everyone just made good games all the time, then those would get stale after a while. And we wouldn't find out new ways and new concepts and new ideas for making even better games. Now, I do still disagree with him very strongly on certain points, but that is probably the biggest thing I agree with him on. Like, a lot of people point to several games he's pointed out as just terrible nonsense, but each of those was an attempt to stretch out, right? Star Fox Zero is actually a good example of what I'm talking about. Star Fox Zero was widely panned, and with good reason. But it was an experiment. It was them trying to stretch out and do stuff. And yeah, that's another thing. Miyamoto is very interested in fun games, and he's also very anti... I don't know what to call it at this point in history. What do we call it, guys? Like, you know, gacha and loot boxes and microtransactions and just the nonsense of corporate greed. What do we call that as one category of thing? Monetization. I mean, I guess. Anti-BS. Yeah, BS. I like that. BS. That's a good way to put that. So, yes, Miyamoto is very anti-BS in game design. I'll always give him credit for that, too. Oh, I'm with you, Materia Keeper. I am. I was just pleasantly surprised by Color Splash. I honestly went in expecting another Sticker Star. If only the game had actually been fun to play, that would have been nice. But, you know, whatever. I think I'm going to stick with anti-BS. I think that really works best. Well, Star Fox Adventures was kind of a weird example. Although I'm going to admit something really strange. I actually enjoyed Star Fox Adventures. I mean, I don't think it was amazing. And it had some very irritating and frustrating mechanics in certain sections of the game that maybe just want to tear my hair out. But I did overall enjoy the experience. It was like a poor man's Zelda. Which is funny, because I know it was neither to begin with. I'd have to re-rate it. I've only played through Star Fox Adventures once. The biggest problem I had with it was kind of a collect-a-thon sort of a game, you know, in the manner of most of the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games of the time. But the real problem is a lot of those collect-a-thon things were mandatory. Like, you had to get them in order to progress at all. Yeah, Star Fox was basically roughly shoved into the game late in production. I don't remember what it originally was. Other than Tim and Ash, obviously. Now, Tim and Ash's game was going to be awesome. I was actually looking forward to that. But if you roughly shove Star Fox into Tim and Ash, you kind of get the Star Fox Adventures. What I find most amusing is they decided to continue to reference Star Fox Adventures in future games, like Assault. I guess I should say game, singular. Either way, thank you very much, Tim and Ash. Much appreciate the sub, as always. Thank you. If you give me a moment. Whoops! Whatever. I will put that towards... Come on. There we go. Mario Maker 2. There's a stream I'm looking forward to. Mostly because we're going to spend most of it discussing level design. And then hopefully I'll have enough people interested that we can design levels together. Like interactively, you know? There we go. Assuming anyone actually has any interest in that. Depends on what systems you have access to, Alex. Like, for example, there's 64 on the 3DS. I mean, I could fail at it for a while, but at a certain point, I'd just say, alright, I've failed enough, are we done? I am not that good at Mario. So it would basically be you paying for me to fail at the level for a while. That's up to you. As too hostile? I don't think the Fair Empire is too hostile. I just think they're doomed, I think is the word I want to use there. Like, I can't see that empire managing to exist any long time at all, unless they're surrounded by other people who are just as incompetent or worse. So if you have access to a 3DS, Star Fox 64 on the 3DS is a very good game. It is a proper remake of Star Fox 64, which is an excellent entry into the series. Now, the recent Star Fox Zero is on the Wii U, and has, to put it as nicely as I possibly can, bad controls. And that's pretty much its main flaw. Now, I do actually like Star Fox Zero, but the problem is its controls mean I can't really recommend it for everyone. However, Star Fox Zero is actually a remake of Star Fox 64, which is a remake of Star Fox. Look, I like Star Fox 2, but God's sakes, we can do something other than doing the same thing each freaking time. Seriously. I'm not even joking. So we've got Star Fox on the SNES, then Star Fox 64, which is, I guess remake is not quite the right word. It's like a retelling. What the hell is wrong with my jumping here? What the... Okay. So, like, so we got Star Fox, then we have Star Fox 64, which is a retelling of Star Fox. Then we have Star Fox 64 on the 3DS, which is a remake of Star Fox 64. Why am I failing at this jump? Something's actually wrong here, and I'm not sure what it is. There we go. Jesus. Weird. Lost my train of thought. God damn it! Like, I've actually never had issues here before. I'm not even sure what... And it looks kind of buggy, too, so whatever. Anyways... So we got Star Fox, then we have Star Fox 64, which is a retelling. Then we have Star Fox 64 on the 3DS, which is a remake. Then we have Star Fox Zero, which is a retelling. And I think that's technically it. But still, the fact that we have two retellings of the same game is just a little bit weird, you know? I mean, how often do you see that happen? I'll just spoil for you. I don't think we've ever seen that ever happen. Ever, ever, ever. Debating. Where the heck? Oh yeah, there's an item called Timing Tutor, which shows you where the stylish attacks are, by the way. Nice little touch there. Do I not have... looks like I don't have it yet. We'll do this. I mean, I'd be down for a new good Star Fox game. Not to sound too negative about it. But it did... Okay. No. I mean, then again, I did kind of like Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero feels a lot like Skyward Sword to me. Good game hampered by bad controls. There we go. Kinda, yeah, Baron, now that I think about it. Especially since there is actually a song for this part of the game. I think that's a bug. Because like I said, there is actually a song for this. F-Zero. Yeah, it's another game I wouldn't mind seeing it come back. I'd say the last good F-Zero game was on the GameCube, but then again, I think that was the last F-Zero game, period. Toadette! These are the Ultra Jumps. They're awesome. With that, we have... Whoops. Damn it. With this, we have almost everything we need to access everywhere in the game. I was going to say, there's this one Steam game I've kind of had my eye on for a while, which, say, near as I can tell, never actually came out. But then again, I stopped paying too much attention to it, which is my fault. Fun little story. If you happen to be in a hurry, you know when you do the jump and then you run into a pipe and it takes the whole animation of you spinning around for a second? Here, I'll show you what. Watch. Oop, hang on. You can actually skip that animation by just hitting B. I hope so, Alex. I mean, Prime 4 is the next big one. Although I'm one of those weirdos who really liked the recent 3DS one, so make of that what you will. Yeah, see, they have a song for this section of the game. I mean, yeah, Baron. No, Myron. This is actually the only Paper Mario game that has never been released on anything else at all. There's only one way to play this game, and it's with the GameCube version. Everything else has either been ported to the 3DS, or the Wii, or the Wii U, or something. Now, this bugged out really badly last time I played this, so warning. Oh, yep, there it goes. You can hear it. How many copies does this sell? I don't know. I mean, it was a... it was a GameCube game, and GameCube games didn't sell all that well in general. Not compared to some other ones. PS2. So I know what you're thinking. What's the in-depth lore of these things? Yeah, there is none. We have no idea what those things are, or why, or anything. So... I think it's partially a lack of financial backing, Materia Keeper. As in, convincing the people in suits to port these games. Like, Twilight Princess kind of got a pass, not only because it's a Zelda game, but because it was technically also on the Wii. And of course, Wind Waker got a pass because it's a Zelda game. Well, I mean, yeah, Vivian's awesome. What are you talking about? I don't know if I like her too much. I mean, she's an interesting character with an actual character arc. And she's legitimately useful in combat in basically every scenario. God, the lag. Well, the first thing I'd do, Baron, is I'd fix the backtracking problem. Which is funny, because it's really easy to fix. Even if you just want to band-aid the problem, just give an exit, you know? Alright, I finished this section, and then you're at the exit. Bam, done. Hey, it's from King K. I know you remember me, dog. How you doing? What, you off KOing fools left and right somewhere else? I'm still living large in the minor league, but I'm keeping busy. You know how it is. I gotta thank you again for convincing me to stay, dog. You fired me up good. So we're gonna chill again, or what? We're just gonna meet in the ring. Careful, dog. Next time you front on the King K, I'm gonna be way better. Keep it real. King K. Well, we talked about this yesterday, Alex. This is the Star Trek Deep Space Nine of the Mario RPGs. Whether it's actually the best or not is kind of debatable, but amongst Mario RPG fans, it tends to be the most beloved and well-revered. However, for people who aren't big fans of the Mario RPG series, it tends to be one of the lesser-known ones. Attention, all passengers. Thank you for riding the XS Express. Our next stop is our last, Poshley Heights. Yay. Well, that's an interesting question, Gum Gum, to which I have to ask which version. I'm just kidding. You obviously mean the one in the RPGs. The one in the RPGs is actually doing pretty well, mostly because it's a mercantile power, and because it has no actual enemies. And, of course, this is the Mario-verse, so, you know, most of the normal real-life politic problems don't actually exist here. We'll be in Poshley Heights tomorrow. I feel sad I won't see you after that. But please do come visit. I won't be going anywhere, but it's late now. Good night. Hello, good Senator. I mean, even Javan doesn't like this game. And Javan, I mean... Javan, man. When we hit Poshley Heights, I won't be able to eat this amazing XS Express chow. How depressing. It'd be like leaving Vegas. That would be horrible. You know they have In-N-Out burgers in Vegas, too. And I don't mean just like general In-N-Out burgers. I mean good In-N-Out burgers. Ugh, best In-N-Out I've ever had was in Vegas. You found my golden ring? Yes, I have. Yes, that is definitely the ring I lost. Thank you, you glorious creature. I knew you would find it without fail. That is merely a trifle, but please take this. And do take care. I mean, I like Super well enough. I don't want to talk too much about Super just yet. But... we're going to have to talk about Super when we get there. Let's just put that way. Probably, Alex. If they just did a straight port of this game, it probably would sell well. We'll pull into Poshley Heights tomorrow. How was your XS Express experience? I guess I don't even have to ask. You know why, sir? Because the XS Express is fabulous. I'll explain it, Baron. Don't worry. I'll explain it. Because there is a reason we know for why Super ended up the way it did. Excuse me. Now, every time I hear that In-N-Out is overrated thing, I just kind of tilt my head a little bit. Then again, every time I hear anyone say anything is overrated, I just tilt my head a little bit. I very rarely hear that statement said and have it mean anything, you know? FF7 is overrated. Okay. So you don't like FF7? No, it's overrated. Alright, so what do you mean by that? Well, too many people like it, so you don't like the fact that people like the game? No, it's overrated. Okay. I've talked about this before. I actually legitimately feel the term overrated isn't really that valid of a term. At least the way I usually hear it heard. Oh, did you find them? My shell earrings? Oh, yeah. See you around, Myron. Here they are. These are my earrings. Thank you so much. Hey, and before I forget, I think this is my thanks. You're like the nicest old mustached overwall-wearing guy I've ever seen. Yeah, overrated means other people don't like a thing that I don't like. I'm kidding. I point that out because that's almost always how I hear that said. Like 99% of the time. Now, underrated, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because a lot of people tend to refer to things as underrated as things that are lesser known. That's a fairly logical thing, and I usually hear people use that in such a manner. But overrated, no. Now, that being said, do I think anything out there is overrated? That's an interesting question. No. I can't think of anything. Hello, the mushrooms in tonight's dinner were just picked in Riverside. Isn't that dangerous? Are you completely sure that won't make us ill? Yeah, exactly! mean, I get being sick of hearing about something. I mean, let me use an example of trying to utilize overrated in context. The movie Frozen. A lot of people were super sick of hearing about how amazing Frozen was and blah, blah, blah. That Frozen had a bit of backlash. You know, it's pendulum effect. I have a Lorerun for this and everything. It's pendulum effect. So people were very anti-Frozen because they were tired of hearing of how awesome it was. They were tired of hearing the song and how much it was overexposed and blah, 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 which is all very valid. But I don't actually think I could call Frozen overrated. Mostly because it's just a film. Like, it's a decent enough film, and I enjoyed it, but shrug. But I know several people who have flat out refused to ever see the film just because they got tired of hearing about it. I'll finally get home tomorrow. It's been a rather long time, to be honest. But the hour has grown late. You should get some rest, Luigi. It's been a long day. Although I do find it amusing when someone says FF6 is overrated, because, I mean, FF6 is also kind of the Deep Space Nine of the Final Fantasy series. Good evening to you. Tomorrow's the day our big deal goes down. I've checked the contracts. All that's left is to get a nice, big breakfast tomorrow. On the expense account. Overhyped? No, it's just pendulum effect, Ginger. Like, it's a variant on that. Also, overhyped would actually be overhyped. Which is also just hyped in general. So, hey, mister. So, my mom and my dad, they said they're going to get me a train set when we get to Poshley Heights. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. I've heard about your little present for little Bub. You gave him the engineer's autograph, didn't you? I wish we'd thought of that. Goldbob and I would so like to please him on his big day. Who knew my little bub liked trains so much? Perhaps I'll get him a solid gold train set when we get to Poshley Heights. You know, you could get him a regular train set. Whatever. Hello, Detective Mario. I guess we owe you again for getting us out of Riverside. This is your last night on the train, but please have a good one. I will. I do too, Baron. Going back to why I brought up the whole overrated concept thing, by the way, one of the most common things I hear about In-N-Out Burger is that it's overrated. I've always found that kind of a strange statement, though. Because I've never heard anyone praise In-N-Out Burger. Other than, I suppose, me. But I hear constantly about people saying it's overrated. Which I always find kind of funny. Now, I would say that In-N-Out Burger has the best burgers among its bracket. Because it's fast food. You know, we got fast food, we got that middle category, and then we've got actual restaurants, right? And In-N-Out is a fast food place. So, like, between McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Crystal, Steak and Shake, you know, all those things, I would say In-N-Out is the best burgers for its bracket, but, I mean, shrug. Sleep time. And, of course, there's also the thing that you have to always acknowledge, that just about every chain is going to depend on the specific one you go to, right? Like, I mean, I love Subway, but I've been to really bad Subways, you know? Oi, Mario, how's your stash? Life on the island feels great. When the sun rises, I wakey. When it sets, I tuck in for snoozer time. Perfect for a simple bloke like me, right? Every now and then, that cretin Flavio spits out some bit of drivel about treading water instead of seasoned life, but I'll just tune him out. So apparently Flavio went back. Actually, apparently that's a glitch, but anyways. So you off on another adventure? I think that suits you best. Give them hooligans what for, and save your princess. From Popatch. Actually, let's go here. It's also probably worth noting I haven't been to an In-N-Out Burger in about 6 years at this point. Since, you know, they're West Coast exclusive, and I haven't lived over there in a while. I have had Five Guys, which is overrated! No, I'm kidding. Five Guys is alright. I tend to vary on Five Guys, though. Mostly because I really don't care for their fries. Their burgers are nice, though. I like their burgers. I would say In-N-Out has slightly better burgers, but Five Guys has, good burgers. Like, if I was rating it, I'd probably go In-N-Out, Five Guys, Burger King. And then Wendy's. And then probably everything else. Had to think about that for a second. I have not had Whataburger, although I have heard of it. Yeah, I'm hungry too. Yeah, that's my biggest problem with Five Guys is the price. I know they give us 2 patties. It's just, come on. Red Robin would be restaurant level, not fast food. It's very quiet this morning, wouldn't you say? Is there something on the wind? Sorry, I kind of skipped over this. If you check everyone's rooms, no one's in the rooms. So, is there something on the windshield? Yeah, there's a couple things on the windshield. What are these things? Are those the things from the station yesterday? They must have stowed away. What should I do? First we have to ensure the passengers' safety, but I have to keep driving the train. Mario, check on the passengers. Okay. Quick save. Well, I mean, if they don't have any enemies, Gum Gum, that's another good way for them to continue existing. Hi, Kay. Oh, it's Kay. I'm kidding. What's up, Kay? I could make a burger for lunch. I do have ground beef, although I was going to use that for spaghetti. Yeah, there's a couple of those things on the outside of the train. 1 or 2. Again, it comes down to that quality of a spaghetti burger. I don't have any lettuce, though. It comes down to the individual. Like, I've had Burger Kings that are actually really, really good. Like, astonishingly good Burger King. Smorg, 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 smorg. I could put meat into a sausage shape and totally call it sausage. But no, I don't. Well, here's hoping, Kay. Detective Mario, you saved us again. Hey, I must have taken by those black things while I was sleeping. Yeah, I don't know what Harvey's is, Baron. A spaghetti donut? As long as there's no sugar or pastry involved, sure. Like spaghetti in the form of a donut? Sure, why not? Oh god, Dakota, you're right. I've never had Frankie's, no. I have had Sheets, though. Sheets was good. They seem to have come in the baggage car through the open window. We've got to defeat them! We've got to save the people. And not kill them. Oh, right. A spaghetti taco. Now that sounds good. And I do actually have the means to make taco shells. Really, Kay? How much did you tell him off, Kay? I'm just wondering. I've had good McDonald's. One of the things I've noticed is that airport McDonald's tend to be higher quality than most other McDonald's places. Just in my experience. Excuse me. I suppose I should bring up Goombella just to make a point here. Falling behind here. There we go. I've never been to Canada, no. I have been within a few feet of the Canadian border, but I've never actually gone over. So here's the boss of the chapter. The Smorg thing. which has consumed the people around it. Now, I've always assumed these are basically dust, like dust elementals or dust creatures or whatever. But if you want me to tell you exactly what these are, I don't know. There is no lore on these things. Hi, Vladdy. Like, there is an absence of lore on what the hell this thing is. The only real lore we get is, that's a Smorg. Lots of Smorgs gathered together to create this huge monster. Defeating the tentacles will... And that's it. Oh, yeah, dust bunnies. I could see that. I wasn't actually thinking that direction, but that works. Anyways, Culver's. I have actually been to Culver's. They had a Culver's back where I used to live, like, 8 years ago at this point. Culver's was alright. A little too greasy for my taste, but still decent. Now, I've been to a really good Fuddruckers. And I would say that's actually probably the best burgers I've ever had. But I have to clarify, it's not just any Fuddruckers. It was this very specific Fuddruckers. And it was really good. Like, I could probably eat there every day of my life and actually be satisfied by that. Timing of these is awful. I can't afford to not kill the tentacles. He just hits way too hard. So we'll do this. Smaug? Yeah. Yeah, Smaug is a fire drake. One of the leftovers of the... As with everything in Lord of the Rings, it's actually long and complicated. Basically, they were one of the creatures that was made by Melkor as part of his own thing. So, you know, innately evil creatures, blah, 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 blah. You know how it is. Probably worth noting that with the build I'm going, I'm doing a full Berserker build. Like, obviously I'm cheating levels in, but all I'm really doing is getting myself badge points, which is enabling me to do the build I usually do, and to skip trash fights. When I say Berserker build, I mean my defense is actually 0, even though I have defense up badges on me, in order to try and prevent me from going to negative defense, which is a thing that can happen under the wrong circumstances. However, my attack is increased by, like, 3. Boy, it's like all you did for 3 days was save us. How can we ever thank you? Everyone's safe now. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, thank you so much. You saved my life. No, stupid tongue of mine. You saved my life.
So, did you all know this dashing fellow has been the famous Luigi all along? He will soon arrive at Poshley Heights. Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare to disembark. That was how he was introduced to me, Alex, and you know how I am with names. So Melkor is the one that got stuck in there. I know he's also called Morgoth. I don't remember the difference between the two. Am I a fan of dragons that love gold? Yeah, it's a neat little fixation. Plenty of people like gold. I mean, if I could take a bath in gold, or, you know, take a gold bed with... No, gems! Just like a whole bed of gemstones. There we go. I mean, I've always been a fan of the classic Burrell, Zalok, but, I mean, honestly, I'd have to go with a Gavort because it's better. So, welcome to... I mean, we've already beat the boss of the chapter. The business people I'm waiting for haven't arrived yet, so I'm sightseeing. On the expense account. We'd dearly like to find a suitable present for little bub. Mister, I'm gonna get trained so... Oh, yeah, okay. We're done here. Believe it or not, even though this is a whole town, there's not actually a lot to do here. Unfortunately. It always kind of disappoints me a little bit. Although there are a lot of troubles, the side quests, that go through here. I'd heard Poshley Heights was a quiet place, but there are a lot of tourists, eh? Maybe I should just open up a store selling Silver City souvenirs? Yeah, maybe so. Yes, apparently the penguins have become Canadian. Or Minnesotan. Ooh, pasta. Yes, please. That'll be useful later. We're the Wandering Girls, the Traveler's Sisters 3. We're staying in that luxury hotel. Poshley Heights sure is a place for rich and famous, huh? We're thinking of going to see Poshley Sanctum next. Ooh, good idea. Well, you see, don't you know? There's actually a term for that type of accent. I forget what it's called, but that's what these guys have. It may not look like it, but I get pretty stressed out. Like, really bad, eh? But walking barefoot on the grass like this makes me feel much better. You betcha. Care to join me, guy? By the way, they have a Shy Guy fountain for some reason. People ask me if I get tired of walking the same route every day. And I say, no way, Jose. Because it's a little different every day, you know? I'm not the same as I was yesterday, and neither are you. Even the town changes. You'll never see another day like today, so treat it as each day like it is. Unique. Hey there, Poshley Heights sure is nice and warm, eh? Yeah, I really dig it here. Cold places make me sneeze. You're a penguin. Poshley Sanctum's a rather famous building, eh? And the painting inside isn't the only gorgeous thing. So is the building. I could just stare at it all day, you betcha. Well, you see, the Shy Guys were... And that's why the Shy Guys are now outside of the rest of the world. There's a note. Gone traveling. Well, shoot. That is super not Midwestern. Midwestern is actually like 3 separate accents, and none of them are that. Ah, it's my dear Luigi. What are you doing on my doorstep? What, you live here? So you're the Sanctum manager. Sorry, wrong voice. I totally thought you were a detective. Well, yes, that is more like a hobby of mine, if the truth be told. But enough chatter, Shall we go inside? Well, first I'd make him the most awesome party member ever, Baron. Which would be easy, because he'd be a Shy Guy. Wait, hang on. Let's do our usual method of determining gender. Okay, it is a guy, so it's a male Shy Guy. No! You're one step too late. We have... Oh, a mariachi guy. I actually like that idea. Wait, what if he can switch? What if he can, like have several forms? Maybe only like 3 or 4. But he can switch between, you know, mariachi guy and maybe like a straw guy, just to be horrifying. And let's see what else. Trying to think. There's a lot of really cool ones. Yeah, exactly. Depending on the mask, exactly. You can switch around. Anyway, you're one step too late. We have the crystal star. Anti-guy would be like his limit break. That would be his, you know, mode. Hey, don't leave without me. His ultimate or whatever. Oh no, we're too late. We gotta go after them. Just a second there, Luigi. Exactly what is going on here? Speak quickly. Yes, quite rudimentary. You were looking for the crystal star in this sanctum. Oh, yes, very interesting. Well, no cause for worry. The crystal star is safe. Yes, quite safe indeed.
The stone that our rude friend stole was a red herring, a fake. The real one's hidden somewhere in this sanctum to prevent such a theft. However, as to the location of the real crystal star, as sanctum manager, I am, of course, prohibited from telling anyone. However, I do know where it is. Of that you can be most certain. Yes, indeed. Besides, I am sure a junior detective like yourself could find it on your own. Now, Luigi, put together all the razor-sharp sleuthing skills I have taught you and make me proud. Yeah, so he doesn't know where it is. That's okay, we do. They even give us the spot to jump from. Actually, yes, Gum Gum. The Sand People, kind of, over in Star Wars. And there's actually another Star Wars species that does it. Oh yeah, the Garruk in FF12 also do that. Like, they're born with their mask, and then they, you know, never take the mask off, even for very private moments, that kind of a thing. Hi, Sean. Oop, I screwed that up, but we're okay. So, I do want your guys' honest opinions, because... well, because I'm streaming, and that's kind of the point of these reviews, even though this is more of a lore run than a review. Do you think Chapter 6, the chapter we are about to conclude, deserves a positive to story? For the flavor, the dialogue, the mystery, the fun, the characters. All the stuffs. It's probably also the most unique chapter in the entire franchise. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for that little dungeon in the Gusty Gulch, it would be completely a non-standard chapter. So these guys can kind of suck. Hang on a second. But this is just catharsis for me. Sorry. I just want them all to die. All of them. Die. Die. These enemies suck to fight. These are, I think, the third or second strongest boos in the game. And yeah, they suck. So that was just a little revenge, you know. A dish best served with cheats. Yeah, unfortunately, I was actually originally going to give us a plus to gameplay as well for the uniqueness of the chapter. But I don't think it deserves it. There's too many issues with the mini-dungeon, and it not really being all that well designed, and then there's problems with the backtracking, which was just ridiculous in the early part of the chapter. Yeah, the no music problem, which may or may not have been a glitch. I do believe that's in the original GameCube version, but either way, it's not good. Yeah, there's just too many things that hamper the gameplay design of the chapter. So this is where you're supposed to get the Luigi badge, which I'm just showing off for anybody who wants the Luigi badge legitimately. It's right there. Of course, it's after the chapter where we are constantly mistaken for Luigi. Now we have Showstopper, which is kind of a crappy ability, but whatever. What, K? Oh, never mind. Cores. Yeah, I get you. That makes more sense. So we're going to get rid of all those story pluses. I'm just kidding. We're up to 10 now. Mario found the 6th crystal star hidden craftily in Poshley Heights Sanctum. Now only one crystal star remains, but our hero does not know where Princess Peach is being held. Where could the last crystal star be, and where is Peach being held? Hoping this crystal star might yield answers, Mario and friends return to Pennington.
And we might finally be about to give out another gameplay negative for this chapter. We'll see. If we do, it would be the 4th. Oh, the core class. Gotcha, okay. That makes more sense. This, for those of you who don't remember, is the General White chapter. So that's where it was. Nothing. Just talking to my brain. All geniuses do it. Congratulations, Luigi. You have found the real crystal star. So please, feel free to take it. I'll just put another fake over here. Well, traveling with you has been rather hectic, but I do admit rather fun as well. I'm sure you have a long road ahead, Luigi, but do not give up. Okay. What is the matter with you idiots? Falling for a fake crystal star? That's asinine. Sorry, dude. I mean, sir. So let me guess. This means Mario managed to get the real crystal star. I'm gonna say maybe? This mustached menace has nearly every crystal star now. They were mine! I think I'd better alter my plan a bit. Before you do, Sir Grodus, I think I'd better tell you something. Yep, as of yesterday, Sean. What is it, fool? What? Are you sure? Speak! No joke, dude. I mean, affirmative, sir, dude. That is, I'm positive, sir. Treason! Strange. Isn't it about time for Tech to call me in? Maybe he's busy. Well, he's one of the worst writers in the universe, Kay. Not the worst, he's in the bundle, you know, he's in the club. And he's also kind of horrible and terrible. But I don't know how good he is at anything else, so I can't judge that fairly. Does that answer your question? Hello, Tech. What do you want today? Princess Beach, I have reached a conclusion. Conclusion? I have struggled with whether to obey orders or to speak to you. And I cannot confirm what I just... Oh my god, I just realized something. So I've been doing this voice kind of automatically for Tech ever since I first started doing the Paper Mario Theater. I'm emulating Flood from Sunshine, from Mario Sunshine. Not on purpose, because I just realized that. I cannot confirm what I should believe. Oh my god. Tech, you don't sound right. What's going on with you? Princess Beach, please escape from this place as quickly as possible. Escape? Tech, what do you mean by that? I mean, why all of a sudden? The data you procured has been analyzed and something terrible is... No, I will not say, but I have found everything about Sir Grodus's plans. Grodus's plans? You mean about conquering the world? Yes, and among those plans was the reason why you are being held here. According to the data... Explain. Yeah, so the reason why they need Peach here and in full condition is they need someone of pure heart to be a host. As in a host for a parasitic spirit to inhabit. So... You know. Everything is true. That is why you must escape from here as fast as possible. But how can I do that? I mean, I don't even have the slightest idea where I am. I will not hide anything anymore. I will tell you everything. You are on the moon! I know this sounds like a weird thing to comment on in hindsight, but this was actually a bit of a plot twist back in the day. It's one of the reasons why Chapter 7's initial part is all about us figuring out how the hell to even reach the moon. And it's probably also worth noting that it's one of the worst parts of the game. Like, every time this game is brought up, someone complains about the General White chapter. Anyways. You mean the moon that hangs up in the sky? That moon?
That is correct.
But that's unbelievable. How in the world am I supposed to escape?
There is a way. You can escape, but you must follow my instructions. Exactly.
But Tech, won't they know you helped me? Won't you get in trouble?
That is inconsequential. I would like you to be safe. That is all that matters.
By the way, can I just say really quick? If the Mario series was more... more positively inclined towards continuity, I'm going to say it that way, it would be kind of cool if, like, there was some remnants of this base on the moon in Mario Odyssey. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. Maybe, like, you get one shine or one star there or something or whatever. But, you know, it would just been a nice reference to kind of acknowledge that this base used to be on the moon. You know, just tie stuff together. Little stuff. Background stuff. Anyways.
I am the base's computer. No one will know of your escape if I keep silent. Please do not worry about me. Escape as quickly as possible.
Now I've lost how to do the voice. Whatever.
I must inform Mario about this. So, tap, 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 tap.
Hold it right there, Princess Peach. Tech, you miserable machine. We all know what you're up to, traitor.
Sir Grodus,
In my most paranoid moments, I never thought my own computer would betray me. Well, it doesn't really matter in the end, I suppose, especially since it ends here.
You monster, what do you plan to do with him?
Only one thing to do with a malfunctioning computer. Cut the circuit, delete all programs and data that caused the malfunction. Obviously, all data related to Princess Peach must go as well. Yes, we must be absolutely sure nothing like this ever happens again.
No, I am normal. There is no malfunction.
Pipe down, Tech. X-Nauts. Press the red buttons on his sides.
That's a weird delete protocol, but whatever.
Mail sent. But
and then he dies.
deletion complete.
Too bad, Princess Peach. Tech is no longer with us.
No, you inhuman beast, how could you?
Princess Peach, just stop it. This is no time to be worrying about a computer. We have some very important things for you to do now. Yes, very important.
No.
Poor Tech.
It's okay, he's gonna die again in a bit. Ah! And as usual, everyone's just terrified of him.
I've got no crystal stars. I can't find Princess Peach. Twilight Town was, well, it wasn't exactly glorious. What is going on here? If this keeps up, Mario's gonna steal everything from my grasp, as usual.
Your massiveness.
Yes.
We did it! The Magic Koopa Scouts found a suspicious underground chamber. It isn't even on any maps. It's really suspicious. Something must be there.
Oomph, about time. Well done. This is where it all turns around for me. Definitely.
The Hammer Bros Battalion is attempting to breach the chamber at the moment. The area is impenetrable. They're scrapping tooth and nail in there.
No problem. Direct me there. I'll blast us through. I'm Bowser, baby.
Last Bowser level. They never actually say Junior Shire. I think he's a cyborg. That's my headcanon. Based on some of the other tiny little bits and references we have for how the X-Nauts work. Alright, guys. I mean, that's fair, Zalok. There we go. Sorry. Pretty easy to fall into there. So you'd write the Illidan Malfurion story, okay? Poor Cammy. Incredible, Lord Bowser. Nothing stood in your way. You couldn't be more super. Please, no problem. It felt right at home. But where are we now? Gracious me. Look, Lord Bowser, on the wall, behind you. Hello, could it be? Oh, yeah, Crystal Star. Advantage Bowser. At last we found one, and now we'll make it ours. Freeze, chumps. Who's there? Don't tell me you don't know the famous Rock Hawk. You little punk weasel. You forgot these muscles. You forgot this hugeness. Yes, he's pointing to you. Don't ask me how, but you cleared my secret training facility. Not too shabby. I even imported some super freaks to up the difficulty level. You're good. Of course, good don't count for squat in this biz, babe. My champ's belt is mine. Oh, look. What an adorable little weakling. Hi, fella. Okay, can I pause for a second? I've always loved the headcanon. I noticed that, Shadow Machine. I've always loved the headcanon idea that Bowser's actually really strong. Like, really, really strong. One of the highest tier things in his setting. He's just, you know, kind of dumb. And obviously, you know, as I've said before, not actually evil. But I've always enjoyed that take on him, that when the chips are down, he can actually just crush the hell out of whatever's in his way, unless it's Mario, basically. And one of my favorite moments emphasizing that we're about to see, because Rock Hawk was a decently difficult boss battle, and he is one of the best fighters, you know, in his championship league. And, bam. Aw, now you're sleeping. I knew you were a weakling. The crystal star. Hmm? It split in two. Oh, no. Wait, hold the phone. My mighty Lord Bowser, this is just glass. It's a flim-flam, a fake. What? Speak English. You... Ow. Want the real one? The great... Gonzalez has it. Oh, my aching hair. Feel... the... rock. I don't know anybody named Gonzalez. Stop speaking in riddles, you chicken nugget. Oh, crud. Who do I have to flatten to get a crystal star? Who? Now, see, that's fair, Chai Guy, but Goku is really dumb. Really dumb. Bowser's just dumb. Like, you have to hold back the dumb... don't take it to an extreme, you know what I'm saying? That's true, Sean, when you take over him, yeah. Mario, I now know where I'm being held. I'm on the moon. Yes, the moon that floats out in space. And I've learned something even more horrifying. In order to rescue the monster spirit, they need my... The moon? That's totally nuts. I mean, that actually sounds pretty cool, but why is her email cut off? Oh my gosh, you don't think something happened to her, do you? Nah. She's fine. Wait a minute. It's like staring into a mirror. A beautiful, gorgeous mirror.